Introduce yourself. Can't do it fire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. Do you hear the call? Coiling the wire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. I have found the catalyst, and I have found the catalyst, and you understand yourself. This is not a test. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. Do you wait for love? Put your acquiesce. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. I have found the catalyst, and I have found the catalyst, and chemical reaction.
St. Ricketts at www.saintricketts.com. Pretty much the house band. And the ass-kicking music. The Catalyst. The theme song to the brand new Wednesday night Yo 2.0. Yo!
Yo.
Jeff the Shark Perini, Tom Nusspickle from those very same St. Ricketts in the house. Tom, dude, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights, it's not just Yo and Yo Show night. It's freaking St. Ricketts night around here, dude, and that's how we do it. Jeff the Shark Perini with you as always, and back for a second tour of duty on Yo 2.0. The Mouth of the North? Doesn't rhyme. Mouth rhyme, Mouth of the North. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Angela Marie. Angela, welcome back.
Thank you.
Corbin Jackson in the house says, yeah, buddy.
Hey, Corbin.
Hey, Corbin, it starts a little slow, but give us about 15, 20 minutes, and we kick right in with sheer obnoxiousness.
Oh, it doesn't even take us that long, because actually, I kind of wanted to know if you remembered our deal from the last time.
Yeah, if anybody can come out and actually embarrass Angela or catch her off guard a little bit, there's a prize in it. You get to win. You actually win a used beer can as drank on Tuesday night's The Yo Show by me truly with my mouth mark right on there. Now, if that ain't a goddamn prize.
That's disturbing that you leave a mouth mark. I got a lot of questions for your mouth later. However, I wasn't talking about that one. I was talking about yours.
What was that? I tend to forget.
What happens if we get to 1,000 views?
Oh, if we get to 1,000 views, Angela and her crew of the Bad Girls get to wax my ass. And I don't mean like sexually. I mean straight up hot wax stripping my ass.
Absolutely. So guys, with that being said, start sharing. We need to get them views because that is going to be one of the greatest sights you could ever see.
1,000. I agree that my ass is one of the greatest sights you'll see. There's no doubt about it. It's very cute, especially for a man of my age. I'm getting up there. I got a pretty sexy ass. I'm looking there.
So you check it out often.
All the time. Like when I'm in the shower, I stop and I get out and go to the mirror.
Oh yeah.
And then go back in the shower. And, you know.
Oh yeah.
I'm digging it. I rub it. I touch it.
I have so many comments to that, but we're gonna let it go just for now.
Okay, so yeah, let's do some proper stuff and some thanks and all this great stuff. Last night was the Yo Show. Of course, you know, Tuesday nights, myself, Jewel Tatey do the Yo Show. And Angela, I don't know if you caught it, but goddamn rock star last night, Mr. Eden James, Australian rock star, friggin' outstanding. Great interview. Super cool dude. So we want to thank him for last night. Last week, Tiffany Mosher joined me as guest co-host with the beautiful Laura Cheadle. Laura played live music for us. Our acoustics on this end was a little shaky, but she was amazing.
Oh, she
And
was phenomenal.
she's great. What a great performer. And tonight, I spare no expense to continue the kicking of the ass
Oh yeah.
with one badass cellist. She's actually considers herself a rock girl because she plays the cello. That's cool as
Listen,
shit. And her
I
name,
think it's amazing.
it is. Her name is Sarah Chaffee. Like, dig that picture. She has toured with some of the biggest and some of the best, and is currently a member of the the Las Vegas Raiders
Yes.
stadium.
Just
Band.
seeing her Instagram of like her being there and performing and everything she gets to view and see is phenomenal. Like I never thought that I would be sitting there like actually interested in a football game because I'm not really a sports girl. And she makes me want to sit there and watch it. Yeah, I know. Listen, I'm into a lot of things, but men tossing footballs around and smacking their asses like
You're not into men smacking their asses. Well, then.
no, I don't want. I'm not a big fan of men playing with balls and getting their asses smacked by other men.
I enjoy. Well, I was gonna say I don't enjoy men playing with balls,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
sometimes
I'll get down with hockey though.
it's because you're playing with pucks.
Well, yeah, and they beat the hell out of each other instead of smacking each other's asses. So
I'm a big hockey fan. You'll see. Speaking of which, and not to jump ahead, but Yo 2.0 on October 6th. I'm going to welcome back one of our favorites. His name is Mark Zamaro. He's going to be in the guest co-host seat, and he is an absolute 100% hockey guru. He actually writes for a couple of local publications. So we're going to do hockey preview as well as have a guest in studio. So we're going to do hockey preview, guest, hockey preview. And if you want to watch it and you're a hockey fan, Mark is brilliant in the world of hockey. So
nice. Actually, I hired somebody before who worked for the Flyers. They did a lot of their promoting and things of that nature. And I would just like come up to him, walk into work, and be like, "So, what'd you do last night at your other job?" Because like I want to know all about it. And he would come in and give me all this like memorabilia and stuff, and I'm like, "Yes,
it's good stuff. Kyle Mulhern in the house. And you're right, dude. Hockey is the best. I love me some
yes."
hockey. I'm a big football fan. I like baseball. I like basketball, but football and hockey for me is be all I know. And if you get a chance, dude, October 6th, check out Mark on the program, Yo 2.0. He is a hockey wizard. He's picked the last two Stanley Cup champions preseason right here on our program. Let's see if he made it 3 in a row. I do love football too, Corbin. I'm a big fantasy football player. I'm a fan. Of course, love my Eagles. Ken Tuller in the house. Ken, good evening. Thanks for stopping by. I love it. I love when people drop in and say hello to us because we always have a great time here. And Angela, so let's recap a little bit.
All
This
right.
is your second go around. Your first go around, you were feeling your way around, getting a little timid, a little quiet for like the first like 8 seconds, and
I
then
was about
just
to say that didn't last long. Not
and then
at all.
just burst into it. Eagles, baby, I love it. So, like, what'd you think? What was your experience like? Tell us what it's
I,
all about. Before you start, our man Austin Wood in the house from Horror Night Podcast. Good evening, Austin. Thanks for checking it out. As always, great show. Season 6 coming up soon of the Horror Night Podcast. So, your experience, what'd you think? What'd you feel? I know you made yourself at home, which
oh
is
yeah,
great and which I love.
absolutely. Absolutely. Like, I feel like I'm now part of the Yosho family. Whether you accept it or not, I've kind of like weaseled my way in. That's, that's how adoptive little children things work, I guess. But I'm totally hooked. I absolutely love it. I love seeing the comments and engaging with fans. And you're just me, just bald and old and with a penis. And
Don't forget beautiful.
oh, absolutely. Says Mr. Clean,
Oh, yeah.
And I love being able to engage with the guests and just being able to educate myself about them even more and asking questions. It's so addicting. And I actually have found myself talking to other people like, all right, let's do this. What can we do next? Where can we go from here? Because it's like my own high without doing anything. It's awesome.
I feel it. It's pretty much like, because people are like, how do you do it? And how do you get prepared? And aren't you nervous? And how'd you learn it? And it's more or less just like, I feel like I'm chatting with one other person in like a crowded room, just a bunch of people just kind of hanging around who are
Yeah.
but they're watching. So yeah, there was a little bit of nerves to be humorous and engaging, and I've been told I do that very well. I've
You
also
do.
I've also been told I'm great at making a total ass out of myself.
Oh yeah, no, I know that already too.
Welcome. I mean, a 50-year-old man with a gigantic stormtrooper sitting behind him. So
Listen, the worst part for me, honestly, is like making myself look like a human, as my daughter says. Like, I'm normally like beyond a bomb. And when I do wear normal clothes and I have, a face on and my hair is brushed, my daughter's like, you look like a human today, Mom. And I'm like, I know it happens sometimes. Don't get used to it though.
I love it. More guest comments as Michelle is in the house. Says,
Hi.
"Hey, Ange, thank you for tuning in. We love it." Ange promised me, she's like, "Look, I'm bringing people. People are going to watch. So be
Yep.
on your worst behavior. Not my best behavior, my
And
worst
like I
behavior."
said, guys, share away, because in my FabFitFun box, I just got this awesome new thing of wax, and we're gonna wax that ass. Share
Wow.
away, share away.
Share away 1,000 views to the hiney ripping of a lifetime. I can't
Oh,
believe
yeah.
I can't believe I just said that like live. And remember, I'm a fair guy. I'm a firm guy. I like to have fun. But a little notice to all of Angela's pretty friends out there: send nudes. The world's greatest T-shirt ever. Send nudes. No guys. No balls allowed.
Listen, I still think that we should somehow figure out a way to do a bikini contest on here.
I agree. We were talking about virtual bikini contest. It's never been done before. I don't know if I'm giving out a great secret. I haven't seen it
No,
done yet.
because I'm claiming it right now. It's on the Yo Show. Anybody else, I will find you.
She will. Like, make no mistake about that. She's got this rather large following of minions.
Yes.
Kelly Ann in the house. Hello, Kelly.
Hey, Cal.
Good evening. Kelly, just from
Ain't she
looking at
beautiful?
yeah, I was gonna say, just from looking at your picture, I want to kind of show you my t-shirt.
Yeah, you missed that about 2 seconds ago.
Yeah, so in case you're a little late, remember. I actually love this shirt. I got this at Five Below, but you know how long it took to find an extra large? Goddamn.
Yeah, I
Five
feel like
Below.
everything at Five Below is always like a small, and I'm like, that will fit my thigh.
I got a large and an extra large. And I put the large on tonight, and I was like, no.
Did it accentuate all of your curves?
It did. Unfortunately, like send news, like the D and the S were over here, and the yeah. Boy, I got it. That's fabulous. I'm gonna slowly check my inbox as we speak. Oh my,
Oh my, oh my.
that's that's a little bit of make believe we do here on Yo 2.0. Kyle found it funny. Thanks for the laugh emoji, Kyle. I appreciate it. We love guest interaction. Sarah Chaffee is going to be on at 8:30 tonight. You're going to see us get a little more serious because we take our guests very seriously because we've got great talent. But dude, I got to tell you, man, if I could call you dude's like my word. So I'm watching the game Monday night. I'm a big football fan, as we know. I had fantasy guys playing that night and all that. And they start off the show with showing the stadium. And then they go up to like the music booth and you see like Steve Aoki and he's like mixing and he's getting the crowd ready. And they bring the camera back and there's Steve. And right next to him is sitting Sarah Chaffee. And I'm like, holy shit, there she is. So damn cool.
I was just even seeing her Instagram was amazing. And
Yeah,
see, I didn't think that pom pom strands would wind up where she was.
It's the magic, man. It's how it works. And the camera finds her because she's a gorgeous superstar.
Oh, absolutely.
Kind of like the way it finds me. I'm right in line. The lighting's bad tonight, though. Some of my lighting. I'm so dark tonight.
No, I was gonna say, how come every time like I'm on here, there's some type of crazy weather phenomenon going outside?
What's going on tonight? What do we got?
We're
I can't
supposed to
hear.
have a storm tonight.
Jesus Christ. Last time was a tornado. And we were
Yeah.
told we wouldn't survive.
Well, one hit literally like 5 minutes from here, and I had not the slightest clue. I was sitting here talking to you guys, like,
Yeah, I don't know why I find it funny, but I think getting hit by a tornado during the show would be absolutely hilarious.
that. But I mean, I got a child to live for, so.
I feel you. Speaking of great sports and great sports stuff, a big hello to one of my favorite podcasters, tells it like it is. Snowman in the morning, Brian Snow. Yo, what is up, Bri? One of the best and most real and straight shooting podcasts from the world of sports you're going to find. Check him out. Google it. Do what you got to do. Snowman in the morning. Check out his program, the awesome Brian Snow. More storms tonight? Yeah, why not? It seems to be a Yo
A
2.0
reoccurring
thing.
thing with us.
Tell you what, man. The Imagine Festival's getting. I heard they've been canceling a few festivals in the local area. That kind of blows.
Well, she's actually down south, and they canceled a festival.
Down south, huh?
Mm-hmm.
We're most kind. We speak truth here. And my man Austin said he had him on his sports show. How about that? Brian and Austin, two real cool dudes. What part of the South is she in? Where's she at? I'm asking you. You don't even know.
No, I know. I just don't know if she wants everybody to know.
Oh, I get. Yeah, like I tell everybody, Tiffany Mosher's from Kentucky. You just, I mean, but cities are big cities. I'm gonna come right out and say that was cities are big cities.
As after you say that and have to emphasize it after the send nudes, I'm gonna go with the original there.
Oh my God, you just don't know. She's in the ATL, fellas. Behave. Only I am allowed to be a big mouth pervert here. Well, you are too, but
I was about to say, well, hold on. Why am I even here then?
Whoa, Austin, behave yourself. He said Kellyanne's cute. What do you think? What do you think happens here on Yo 2.0? No ugly chicks are allowed here.
No, see, I surround myself with good-looking chicks, so that way I, look a little bit better. It's okay.
You're lovely. We love you. Chicken and waffles is a meal I have not yet had, but I'm dying to have.
You can air fryer some fried chicken.
Ooh, I love air fryer.
I know you do now. And a waffle maker, if you don't have one, is really cheap at Walmart. So, make yourself some chicken and waffles.
I bought this friggin' waffle maker. Target had a sale a couple months back, and they showed us waffle maker. And of course, in the picture, it's like this fucking big, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna make some waffles. When you get there, I swear to God, it's this big, and it makes like M&M sized waffles. By the way, I'm eating
that's
M&Ms.
cute.
It's my breakfast
That's
of champions.
cute. Hey, at least you're not chasing it down with no moonshine yet.
Moonshine's at 9:00.
All right, I'll give you that.
Anyway, I'm an M&M junkie. I'm a chocolate junkie. I'm a send news junkie. I'm a podcast junkie. I'm just a fucking junkie. I'm a mess.
A hot mess.
A hot. You said hot. Tonight I'm enjoying some Wells Banana Bread beer. One of mimosas. When? Where? I'm down. Drink all your Fireball. How can you come to watch the Yo Show without Fireball? Gotta have it. And mimosas. Kellyanne, I know you're drinking mimosas tonight.
I can't get down with the Fireball. I got this mental image of what it tastes like, and I've completely ruined it for myself and many others. So I'm not going to ruin it for him. Otherwise, I would go into detail of what that tastes like.
Fireball here too. I agree. Fireball Wednesday nights, folks. You're going to see it at 9:00, but I'm going to show it off anyway because you got a lot of new audience. My buddy Gus makes. Yeah, thank you. My buddy Gus makes this homemade moonshine. You could actually see there's some nice cinnamon sticks at the bottom that are floating. I'm getting closer to the sticks. This stuff, man. For the love of God. Chris Heel is in the house. Heel, am I saying it right? Or Chris Heil? He says Fireball's gross. If you drink enough of it, it does get kind of gross. Everyone has their vice. Kyle, I got more vices than I know what to do with, my good friend. Jack Daniels. No, I like Jack Daniels. I got Jack Daniels in the other room. And they used to do Jack Daniels on show nights. The only problem is you would see my facial reaction, and I'd be like, just for that brief second.
So I just got a text that we're glitching, and if we are, I apologize, guys, but we're still here.
Are we glitching? Who said we're glitching?
I got 2 texts about it. We look good on my end.
I think we look terrific. I'm watching our replay here on. I'm watching it at the same time. Make sure we don't glitch. Define glitch. Tell us what's going on.
I don't know.
Heather Werner's here. She's not worried about no glitch. I like that. What is that? that picture she's got there is pretty cool.
Boy Mom. I'm pretty sure that's what it said.
Oh, Boy Mom. Okay. Festival. Jack Daniel's barbecue is delicious. Although I don't really like TGI Fridays. Food
Yeah, I'm
tastes
not
like
a Fridays
shit.
fan. Yeah, I'm
Me
not a
neither.
Fridays fan.
If we're
Mission
glitching,
barbecue is delicious.
I have not eaten at Mission Barbecue yet.
Oh, you are so missing out.
That's what I hear.
Missing out.
See, Heather, that's how you watch this show. She drops a yo on us right from the get-go.
Yep. And I was right. That's what it says, considering, I'm far away from it and don't have my glasses on. My eyeballs, so.
He says our voices are skipping. Let me try and get a little closer with the mic. Make sure it's...
Testing.
Testes. 1, 2.
I hope there's no more than 2.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm plugged into the Ethernet and the whole 9 yards, man. I mean, damn it. It's hard to get perfect technology. I've learned that. He says we're both are skipping. Shake your computer a little bit. Or your phone. Shake us. My man,
shake us.
Ricky Vaccaro in the house and says sounds good to him. Dude, where you been? Your son watches the show more than you do. It's bad, dude. I still love you. Ricky's the friggin' man, dude. I absolutely love it. My soon-to-be girlfriend works at Hooters. Yeah?
Hooters.
Pictures. We need pictures. Pictures.
That's where the shirt comes in again. Come on. That was like perfect opportunity. How did you miss that?
You know why I missed it? You want to know why I missed it? I'm going to tell you why I missed it. I'm going to tell you why I missed it.
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't tell my secrets, but Sammy Sophia in the house.
Yeah, there you go. You happy now?
Hi. No problems on her end. I love it. Good stuff. Fine on... It is fine on your end, Kelly. I agree. I'm fine on my end, too.
Listen, ladies. I apologize, but I don't. Like, you guys already know my personality and knew kind of what you were getting into.
Yeah,
so
I mean, you know.
All is game with this.
And Ricky actually works with my wife, so I got to watch my mouth. She watches sometimes. I think this is part of the reason she stopped watching is my overly flirtatious nature.
I'm still down with after the axe waxing, getting her name tattooed on your ass. Both ass cheeks right there.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you that she didn't like that. I thought it was great.
Oh, I think the cast would be wonderful because then you got the big C and then ass on the ass cheek.
I like it. Kelly, no offense, but you said you used to work at Hooters. You know what's coming next? Pictures to prove it. Austin, thanks, man. Fine on his end. Why she doesn't watch the show? Because of my stupid big mouth.
Have you heard him?
I know. I can't
is
even listen to me.
Come on, that shouldn't even have been a question.
I play myself back the next day and I'm like, ooh.
You know what? I don't want to admit this, but I'm going to because I really don't care. But I have watched our episode like 15 times already, and I went back and I was like, okay, so I got to sit a little bit this way. It was so bad. Everyone's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, A, I'm funny as shit. And B, I need to know where I'm at.
I feel you. Now, Austin, that's half the battle. That if she managed to get 1,000 people to watch an episode and I get wets, it's going to happen on the show and you're going to hear me scream like a little bitch.
Yep.
A little bitch.
Yep.
No doubt about it.
It's gonna be a Yosho version of the 4-year-old virgin.
You were a Yosho virgin a couple weeks ago when you came on for the first time. Now you're de-virginized.
I was about to say you popped my Yosho cherry.
Whoa! For the first time.
Say that 5 times fast.
No, I can't. I've had a few beers. For the first time in my life, I actually de-virginized somebody at something. Gotta tell you.
You got close.
I got close.
You got close. So what happens if you win? If you're the winner, what happens? Do you give yourself that can of beer?
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? Like
you get just mount it on your wall, mount it on your mantelpiece.
Man, I've got more shit than I know to do with. Ladies and gentlemen in the house, last week's very special guest co-host, the lovely author, Miss Tiffany Mosher. Tiffany, good evening. Tiffany, Beauty Beyond the Threshold is the book. I know I promote it here a lot because it's fantastic. You can get it on Amazon, and she's a terrific author, a wonderful person, a great motivational speaker, just Adal, and I love you for showing up. Another member of the Yosho family. One of these nights, I swear I'm packing us all in to one giant house. All us Yosho family.
That works. That
Yeah.
works. I'm down. As long as she tells me what color paint was on her walls, because I still want to know.
Everybody's into that paint color on your wall.
It's amazing. I loved it. I was like, as I was trying to watch her, I'm like, all right, she's beautiful, but oh my God, look at that color. It complimented her perfect too. So it was just
Listen, and I
wonderful.
think like maybe we'll do, because like 200 episodes are coming up for Jewel and I. We're about 30 some episodes away. And I'm telling you, man, we should bring in the whole Yosho family and make it like, maybe like a beef and beer with a small little
Can we
price
Jello
counter.
wrestle?
We're going to Jello wrestle. We're going to have sexy women popping out of cakes. I'm going to get tattooed. Like you name it. It's going to freaking
Listen,
happen.
I am down. I am 150% down. You name it, we got it.
I like it. Yesterday, I saw a girl jogging with tight shorts. Should be shorts. Swear I saw something I would never forget. Try driving by like Planet Fitness around 11 o'clock in the morning.
So that's what you're
Not
up to in
today.
the morning.
I'm getting dog
Now
food.
we really know. Now we really know.
Where I get the dog food at the pet supply place here in Fairless
Oh yeah,
Hills.
okay.
there's a-
Whatever makes you feel better.
I shouldn't say that out loud. You never know who works out at that Planet Fitness that's going to be like eyeballing me
All
next time
right,
I
so
walk.
listen, I gotta wait till 11:15 to work out today. Why? Because there's some weird dude on the internet. You know,
He's got this
he just like
horrible show.
creeps by and watches all of us jogging in slow motion.
He thinks he's like really funny, and he's more or less just a giant perv.
Hey,
Oh. So Laura Cheeto expected in a few minutes, and after Laura, we're going to do some little topics and some things to talk about because we're going to dive into the whole Britney Spears thing. And I know me and Jewel did a little bit last night, but tonight I'm going to get it from the Hammer. That's your new nickname, the Hammer.
I'm down.
You're the goddamn Hammer, and tonight
I'm totally
the
down.
Hammer's going to tell us what it's all about with Britney, and we're going to talk about the little incident with Machine Gun Kelly and Conor McGregor. We're going to talk about how hot I look tonight, and a lot of stuff. Yeah, that pet right.
Listen,
Don't be dropping names, man.
I was about
need
to
that pet
say
store.
he needs that pet store mainly for the Planet Fitness.
No, mainly for the dog food.
Yes, for the dog food. That's
And-
what we're calling it now.
I'm giving away my secrets, but there's also a Duck Donuts there too. I don't know if anybody knows the shopping center. I'll give you a hint. It's on
Yes.
Old Lincoln Highway.
I was about to say anybody and everybody should know where that is. Well, at least I hope.
Austin, I like it. Austin, hashtag hammer, hashtag hot hammer. The hot hammer. I like
Nice.
it even better.
I love this nickname. The last nickname that I had that was badass was the assassin when I was throwing axes. And I'm like, that's awesome because the only other nickname I had that would be like appropriate to, for a child to say, we'll go with, was Angel growing up. And I'm like, I grew boobs and I was like, listen, we gotta add that A back on. I can't do Angel anymore. So I'm
Angel,
down.
okay.
I'm down.
I'm like, add the A. You said boobs. You said 2 A's. So that doesn't appeal to me at all.
I
Your
thought
nickname was Hardwood. That's scary. Oh, his last name is Wood. Okay. All right.
you have a dirty mind.
He does have a dirty. You know what? And he always says, I learned from you. No, don't tell people that. No.
Yes, tell
Don't tell
people that. Tell people that so they know who to blame later.
Oh, my God. We have derailed so quickly tonight. It's fantastic.
I
Like,
know that that 8 seconds was cut awfully short.
it was. Sometimes, like, it's funny. Like, some nights, Jewel and I will laugh. She's like, I don't even know why you make topics. Like, we barely even talk about it. And
we touch it,
you have a nickname, Kelly, but I'm not allowed to say it on the air.
You're not allowed to say because you're married.
Right.
Yes, remember, that's why.
That's why. Right. Sweet Jesus. I think Sarah Chaffee was tuned into the show, and she's like, I'm not coming on.
Yeah,
No
she
way.
was like, wait, no, hold on, wait, what did I get myself into?
What's that guy saying? No, I don't think so. We don't treat our guests that way. We treat our guests with the utmost respect.
Yes, and then we go back to
And then we go back to being absolute idiots
yeah, but
in that order. But that's okay. But I get, well, let me see. Oh, wow. So one of my former guests and great friends of the show, Brandon Messen, is hit me up looking to add some major touches to the show, which is great. Brandon's an awesome musician as well. I love him. So Steven wants me to tell you that Angie's last nickname was Gummy.
All right, Steve, listen.
Listen, Steve.
I know where you sleep at night.
Wow.
Yes.
Everybody's got a nickname for Kelly. We're not allowed to say it, though. Just keep in mind it's very kind.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
I got to drop an Instagram message to Sarah. Make sure she's still drinking. This happens from time to time. It's that whole like time zone thing. It messes people up sometimes.
Time in general messes me up. Like
If
I'm
you're
not
lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after
after
time.
time.
Oh God.
Oh God, I don't want to replay that ever again. Like I don't want to go back and hear that.
I know, right? That's terrible. So Sarah's having a little problem joining us, making her do a lot of stuff. It should be a quick link, and I don't know why. Maybe I'll send her the link again and try that. I don't really know what the tie-up is, but it happens.
I wonder if it's anything to do with the weather. I don't know
No,
where she's at either. So
Las Vegas, Nevada. I mean,
is that
I
where she's
mean,
at currently? Because I thought I just saw her on a farm or something like that.
it's
Which
me
one?
singing,
Both?
mate.
We shouldn't do a duet. You don't like that?
Probably me.
Damn.
So I'm gonna need Steven's address. He's the winner
Steven
of
wants his beer
of
can.
the empty beer can.
All right,
as
you know what?
blessed by the ocean.
I will give it to Steve. And Steve, I'm gonna kick your ass on Tuesday night. I'm just saying.
All right, she's trying to fix it. Little snag. This happened before with Lena Scissorhands, and God, that was so embarrassing too. Like I waited all night for Lena, and she got on like a half hour late, and she's like, "Dude, it's
Better
trying to
late
send
than
me to-"
never.
Oh well, she's freaking them all. I mixed awesome and amazing. That's how excited I get. You know
I was
me,
so excited this morning that I was like, I can run a marathon. And then I remembered that I would die by the time I got to the end of my driveway. So I didn't.
Yeah, I walk from my house to the car, and
Listen, I get winded going to the bathroom. I do know where you live. I sure do. I'll make sure you get your beer can as I am kicking his ass on Tuesday night.
and an autographed photo of Jeff the Shark Perini.
Yes. But he's doing the I'm this sexy pose in his picture.
You can't have
All
this
right.
one.
Can't touch this.
And that's one Jewel made for me, especially me as a Funko Pop. Freaking adorable. All right, so Sarah Chaffee is fighting her way in. The magic of live. And this is why people say, "Oh, you're not supposed to do it live." What happens? Like if guest gets locked out, we just keep talking and making asses out of her.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty good at that.
I'm great at that. I'm great at
Like,
being obnoxious.
My philosophy is if I can laugh at myself, then I can make anybody laugh because, I mean, I don't really find everything funny unless you're like me.
Let's do this real quick before Sarah gets in there because she's trying a different browser. Oh my God, it's brutal. I'm sorry. I gotta kind of find out what device she's using. You know, nothing is more fun and entertaining watching me scramble to try and get the guest on.
I'm watching. You're like, let's do this quick, and I'm like, all right, what are we doing?
I'm turning bright red in the face. So last week we talked about ugly guys that get hot chicks, right?
Yes.
And I see we got some women on, and we got some pretty women on. So I got to ask you. I'm not going to go through the whole list again because I was told it was being very mean. But seriously,
I'm always mean.
I'm going to give you the headline, and I'm going to show you the picture. How unattractive is Pete Davidson? Can I hit you with this? Ladies, judge. What is that?
Mm-mm.
I'm back
looks
with him
like-
2 nights in a row.
He looks like a young, dopey Gomez Adams. That's what he looks like to me.
Yeah, he does. A very
Mhm.
unattractive.
Yes.
Very unattractive Gomez.
Yes.
And
yes.
the reason why I showed this picture, and I followed with this picture, because, last week I announced how he was seen at a basketball game on Kiss Cam, swap and spit with Kate Beckinsale.
Okay, so we both just had a moment there. Okay.
Yeah, I forgot her name. But I have to stop all of my talking, etc., because it's time for the big deal. Why the people come to the show, and that is our awesome guest. And folks, if you tuned in to Monday Night Football Monday evening, at the beginning, they showed the Las Vegas Raiders house band and all their glory getting psyched up. And I happened to catch a glimpse of this young lady on my television. Talk about getting geeked. I'm like, I'm going to talk to this woman Wednesday night.
Yes.
Super cellist, and she has played and toured with some of the biggest, but we'll let her tell the story. Let's give it up for our awesome guest tonight, the lovely and talented Miss Sarah Chaffee. Ladies and gentlemen, yes.
Hi, welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad I made it work. I had to try like 3 different browsers. I don't know what was going on.
It happens from time to time. And you know what? I'm going to be honest. The more hyped I get and the more psyched up I get for a guest, the more I push it. Seems like the harder the time they have coming on.
It's the curse.
It's the curse of the super talented. But again, thank you for taking the time. I know I reached out months ago, and sometimes I gamble and I see a great talent and I get to their Instagram, I'm like, hey, how about it? And you were so kind to say, I don't check a lot. I'm always busy. The schedule's really tight, but you stuck with me, told me eventually we'd make it happen, and here you are. And like, I've been anticipating this like crazy.
Yeah, he's been nonstop talking about you.
Oh, wow. I hope I live up to it.
I think so.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So let's get right to it. Let's get to, I don't call them questions. I don't call it an interview. We call it just kind of a chat. So let's chat about Monday night. I mean, Las Vegas, the first time this stadium is open for a regular season game. The Raiders end up winning that one in a thriller. And there you are in front of all these people, the crowd going nuts. Steve Aoki's up there, and it's just, and you're taking all kind of great pictures. I'm following every picture, and I'm
am I.
so embarrassed. I'm on all your social media, like, I saw you on TV. Yeah, I saw you on TV. Yeah, I saw you on TV. How amazing. Describe it for us and how incredible that moment had to be.
Oh, wow. It was, well, first of all, that game gave me so much anxiety. I can't even tell you.
What? It looked so bad in the beginning.
I was worried about it because, as the season opener and as the first official big game at that location at all, it was such a big deal to me that the Raiders win. So I was like, come on, guys, let's do this. And then they won, and then they didn't win, and then they won again. And I was not really into football before this gig, but I swear, like, by the end of that game, I was like, I'm a fan now. Like, I am fully invested.
That was actually
awesome.
That was something I was going to get into. Like, if you're not a big fan, you're kind of stuck there the whole game, right?
Yes, we are. We actually do. We kind of play throughout the night. Our first set is actually about a half hour long, and it's before the game starts, kind of while people are coming in to entertain them while they're getting their food and waiting for the game to start. So we do a set then, but then we also play the band onto the field, and we kind of play throughout the show. We'll play, when they advertise Monday Night Football, we'll play the Monday Night Football theme, or when, we'll play the Autumn Wind theme, the Raiders theme song every now and then. We'll do little short pieces of songs during the 2-minute commercial breaks so that the fans at the stadium can have something to watch while everyone else gets the ads. Yeah, it's a full day. I leave my house at 11:15 in the morning, and I end up getting back at like 10:15 at night.
Wow.
Oh, wow. But I guess with all that thrill and excitement going on, like, you don't really feel tired or anything like that during.
Yeah, honestly, I have quit caffeine recently, and I was afraid I would be falling asleep. But it's like the second you walk up there and you feel that energy from the 65,000 people, I'm like, I don't need caffeine. I'm good. This is awesome.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, I was following on Instagram, and I was seeing some of your pictures, and I'm like, wow, the pom-poms got all the way up there. I'm like, I couldn't imagine like being in that and just feeling everybody's energy and like their noises, their sounds, watching the game, rooting for the team, and just all of it. Like, how do you how do you like really keep yourself calm with all of that energy? Because that's honestly a bigger question than anything I could think of right at this current moment when it comes down to that.
Well, it is difficult, honestly, especially because a lot of what we're playing is dependent on what's happening in the game.
Right.
You know, so like we're kind of on call throughout the whole thing. You know, if a touchdown is scored, then maybe we'll play the Imperial March or whatever. So there's a lot of people whose job it is to keep an eye on what's going on and then tell our band leader, David Perico, when we need to start playing something. So there's kind of a lot of like, all right, Imperial March, be ready, 30 seconds. And we're like, okay. And then they're like, oh, wait, never mind. Stand down. I'm like, okay.
So
like
you
5
get that,
minutes later.
and then they just drop you back down. So it's got to be like,
Like you get, what happens, like you get psyched up, like they score a touchdown, you get psyched up to play, and you get ready, and then you see the flag, and now you got to wait to see if the play stands. Like that's got to be, it's an emotional roller coaster.
yeah, that's why I'm like, how do you handle that? I don't know if I would be able to, because that's so many emotions and everything. It's like, but I could see it being so like invigorating too, in a sense.
Yes, it definitely is. And I mean, honestly, our band leader is more stressed out than any of us are on that stage because he's in charge of keeping us.
Right.
So he's amazing. He is on top of it. Like he is kind of a miracle worker, honestly. This band that's now the Raiders house band was originally and still is independently of the games the David String Orchestra.
Right.
And so Pop Strings, we had a gig at Caesar's Palace. We were playing at the Cleopatra's Barge Lounge for close to 4 years. And so that was a super fun gig. I mean, you know, obviously it's crowded, but it's not 65,000 people. So after lounges were shut down for a long, and when things did finally start real, is that like Caesar
are losing her a little bit.
I
a little,
think
little
so, a little bit.
A little bit of connection loss. We'll give it a few, see if she pops back in. She's still there, but it happens sometimes. The magic of
Technology
exactly, the magic of technology
at its finest.
No, you know, like I said, nothing beats a live program.
Oh no.
Meanwhile, our man not shoots in the house. Good evening, dude. What is up? Maybe I'll try taking her out and messing her to come back in again. Because sometimes that does the very simple trick.
I couldn't imagine like doing what she does. I'm so like fascinated and like it's amazing.
Just let her know. And it happens sometimes. It kind of stinks. Angela, I'm so glad you brought a large audience with you tonight to see some of the worst technology in its fullest effect. Good Lord. No, see that? I don't like that. I don't want you being good. Now you can be good. We got to be good for the guest.
I was about to say, like, you could be good now, but, you know, after it's game on.
Today, it could be bad. But we sent her a message. She's going to work on coming back. And I hope so, because here she comes. I haven't even got started with some of the great questions.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so welcome back. It happens sometimes. Sometimes with the technology, it'll freeze here and there. But
oh, no, is she? Oh, there, wait, I saw movement.
sounds like she was cursing out technology herself.
It definitely did. I was about to say, we can hear you. Even if we can't see you moving, we can hear you.
And you're allowed to curse me. I'm cursing me right now. And unfortunately, there's really nothing like I know on our end. There's not much I could do to control it. I got so many questions too. Maybe she's got the Aerosmith skirt on, and she's got that Kiss poster in the background. Like I'm.
Oh yeah, that was like one of the first things that I noticed. Like other than her beautiful smile, like her smile is gorgeous. But yeah, no, I was looking her up even more today, and I was like, wow, Vanilla Ice, like Ricky Martin, Disturbed, like Aerosmith. I'm like, the Lady Annabelle, I'm like, the arrangement of like the people that she's either opened for or performed with or toured with is just like from here to here, and it's amazing to be able to do so many different levels of what she does.
I'm telling you, like I was so impressed by the list, and that's how I think I first found on Instagram. It was something about Aerosmith, and then it mentioned her and being on tour. I'm like, let me check this out. And she was so cool from the get go. Like I said, she's like, the schedule's busy. I don't always check my messages. I'll get to you.
Right.
Just keep on top of me and let's make it work. And we did for a few minutes, but we're
And
still here.
you can see that she's busy. Like if you go and follow her on Instagram, which I definitely would recommend doing, she goes so many places and she does so many amazing things. And it's like I can see how busy she could be, and to make time to be on the Yo Show and talk to us is amazing, even though technology is cursing us a little bit right now.
It is. I mean, and that's why when you talk about thousands of people tuning in, not just to watch me get waxed, but but for the sake of like the folks at like Sirius Satellite Radio, they got to pick us up and give us like some high tech equipment, and we could bring this nonsense to you nightly.
Oh, listen, I would be down. I would have to hire somebody to do my makeup though, because that's a lot of work to do. And
I actually not had it out, but I was discussing it the other night with Jewel because, like I said, now this new day job, some nights I work till 6. And I'm getting home till 6:30, and of course, Tuesday nights we start at 8, and I'm
Right.
scrambling around, and I come on last night, a few minutes, and I'm like, oh, Jewel, I'm so not ready. I'm like, man, rushed around it, and she's like, hello, every week. The makeup,
Yeah.
the hair, like this doesn't just fall in place, and I had to be quiet.
Yeah, I think I started getting ready around like 5 o'clock. And like when I say getting ready, I procrastinate doing that because
feel you.
like but like you have no idea. Like you go to do your eyeliner and it's like, all right, this one looks good. And then you go to do the other one and you're like, oh dear Lord, what is wrong? And you get so frustrated that you wipe it all off, give yourself a clean canvas, and then you have to go and do it again. So like that's like 2 hours there. There's some women like Sam and Kelly who can get that wing flick and everything like so easy. And I'm over here like, do we have stamps?
Yeah,
Do we have a way to make this so much easier? Can I get some foam and cut it and just
all I have is this, and when it's short enough, it pretty much falls into place.
yeah. I thought I saw a loose strand, but when you went like this, it went
Stop
right
it!
back
Is
into
there a
place.
loose strand?
No.
There's that gray patch there, right there.
Yeah, but you know what that means? That's like what do they say?
Sophistication.
The sophisticated look. It reminds me of those commercials back in the day when they were talking
Yeah.
about
All right, looks like we have a new location for Sarah, and she looks like she's ready to rock. She's waving at us. Let's get her back in. Once again, part 2 of our interview with Sarah Chaffee. Hello again.
Hi.
Yes.
It said to try moving closer to my router, so I'm trying to move closer to my router. We'll see if this does anything.
let's hope
So
so.
far, so
Fingers
good.
crossed, guys.
And if it doesn't work, you could just keep texting me, and I'll tell people what you're saying. No, it's not going to work. It's
Sounds
so much
good.
better. So much better with your face on there. But what we
Oh, yeah.
noticed before, and what we're going to get into next, I saw the awesome Kiss poster you had in the
Oh,
background.
yeah.
I saw the Aerosmith shirt, and you have just toured with some of the coolest rock bands, like the Aerosmith, of course, and Motley Crue, and so many. My first question, really, a rocker girl at heart, as you kind of describe yourself, how did you get to the cello?
Honestly, I started when I was 4, and I don't really have a very clear memory of choosing that instrument in particular. I was probably just in a store with my dad, and I was like, "Oh, that looks cool," and he's like, "Okay, we'll try that." My parents are musicians as well, so it's
Awesome.
being in a music store at age 4 is pretty plausible, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, I honestly.
The audience
I
is
don't
happy you made
remember
it back.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
it's very cool though because it's unique. It's an instrument that let me say you've got to be super talented at it, and if you are super talented, you get discovered like yourself to play some of these massive gigs. talk to us about some of the audition process. Because I know you said the audition for Las Vegas was grueling, and to try out for some of these big bands. Like, explain what it takes to audition and how nervous you get. Like, give us the rundown.
So, as far as the Raiders gig, we actually, I guess we sort of technically auditioned like 3 times.
Wow.
Right.
So what happened was I guess they had a few different local bands that were on their radar that were in the running for the audition. And I was telling you before, and I think this is when I got cut off, the David Perico Pop Strings Orchestra had been kind of a feature at Caesar's Palace for close to 4 years. And when COVID hit, we obviously weren't playing there for a while. And then right when things started to reopen, they told us, oh, actually, Caesar's Entertainment is closing down. I think it was 20 lounges.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
And ours was one of them. So we no longer had that residency. And David Perico, our band leader, he's amazing. He's always hustling for more things. And he has always got his ear to the ground as far as what might be going on and where he could place our band. So he found out that the Raiders were looking for new people to be their house band. And so we were one of a couple different bands that auditioned. When we first auditioned, we actually did, we had an
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
the stadium.
Yes.
And and we were there all day. We did, I think we did an hour set for our first audition. But then at that time, the stadium itself actually was having issues with the sound system and getting everything dialed in. There was another, I think it was Garth Brooks had just recently performed there. And everyone was saying at that show, oh, like, what's with the sound? I can't tell what's going on. So they still had some stuff to work out on their end as far as, you know, because it's such a huge space too. Like that has its own issues. Sure. As far as the delay and the echoing and stuff like that. And obviously It's also different when it's empty and when it has 65,000 people in it.
Right.
So after our first audition, they liked us, but one of the things they wanted was a bigger horn section, because they wanted more of like a Tower of Power kind of vibe on the horn side. And they wanted us to do some recordings so that they could hear what our mix should be, and so that they could, you know, make sure that that was the sound that they wanted to have. So we had I think it was like 7 hours. We went into one of the studios in town and did some recording. So I feel like that was sort of audition number 2 informally, was getting them those recordings of us. And then we had audition number 3, which was another stadium day, and another tech day. Tech day was in the stadium this time. And by that point, it was, you know, it seemed like they kind of knew they already wanted us, but they just wanted to make sure everything was dialed in 100% to start the season. So we did another audition set. We did all the teching and all the sound stuff. And that was also when they had the awesome people from the Raider Image, which is their merch store, come in and start outfitting us as well.
Oh,
so
nice.
that was
The outfits some of the outfits and some of the stuff the gear you're wearing and show off is really cool though. So that's gotta be definitely cool.
And I saw that, what did you call her? Your, I apologize. Something wife had the same jacket as you. And I was that's awesome. I was like, I was like, was it a work wife? I'm like, I don't want to be wrong because I'm like, is that really like, I know it's your job, like, but is that considered work when you really, truly love that much what you do? But I was like, that's awesome too.
Yes. Yeah. That's, she's one of my best friends out here in Vegas, Crystal Yuan. I've known her. She was one of the very first people I met out here. I think she was definitely one of the first 5 people I met in this town. And she is kind of also in charge of the strings section for Pop Strings. Like she's in charge of our wardrobe directives and getting us information and just relaying information from David to the strings. And she's also great because she has her own wedding music company that I play for often. And I play with her in a bunch of other groups as well. So yeah, she's kind of the person that I probably see the most in my life besides my boyfriend. So I consider her my work wife.
That is awesome, though. That is awesome. Do you think you enjoy doing weddings, say over like the Raiders or like a huge performance like that? Because typically weddings are a little bit on the smaller side compared to a huge stadium
Yeah.
or
Usually, in Vegas, you sometimes get some pretty crazy ones, but
yeah.
I mean, all the gigs that I do are fun in their own ways. You know, like we were talking about, you can't beat like just the pure energy of playing a football game like that. But at the same time, it's also fun when you are playing a wedding and you get to be, it's more kind of an intimate setting.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
I like that.
I would
like
see that.
I mean, I have story. I'm sure I could think of many stories from actually, now that I think about it,
Hit us.
Pop Strings just played a wedding,
Okay.
which you got to think about that first. Like, we're a 14-piece band.
Wow.
Usually when we're not at the stadium. So, the scale of hiring this 14-piece band to play for your wedding reception to begin with.
Right.
So I think there were probably over 1,000 guests at this wedding.
Wow.
They were holding it in Red Rock, and they had a whole weekend of crazy parties and different things
wow.
like leading
Talk
up to
about
the
a
wedding day. And when the wedding cake, I kid you not, was about 10 feet tall.
Okay.
It was crazy. When we were not the only entertainment act at the reception either.
I can only imagine that wedding.
They had acrobatic roller skating act.
Oh wow.
They had another like pianist musician guy. They had hired dancers to get the party going, and it was. So yeah, the scale of some Vegas weddings gets pretty crazy.
I was about to say, that doesn't even sound like a wedding per se. That just sounds like a really cool weekend bash.
It seemed like it. I mean, we got to see the partying they'd been doing in the preceding days because they had an incredibly high quality videography team make a like between 5 and 10 minute video from all the parties that was then shown at the reception. So we were kind of seeing everything they were doing. They had Ronnie from Jersey Shore emceeing one of the parties.
Oh wow. See, that's awesome, but in the same aspect, I'd be so afraid that like come the actual day, I'd be like, listen guys, it's been a long past 2 days. I don't know if I can stand up there
I know,
anymore.
right? I'm done.
Like, can we just make this really quick because I'm exhausted?
Seriously, I would be too. I don't know how people party that hard.
No, I don't. But speaking of partying, that kind of brings me to another question that I have. You have traveled with, a lot of really big rock bands that, are typically known for partying and things of that nature. What is your take on that? Like, give me your side of it.
Well, I mean, the band that I definitely know the best at this point is Aerosmith for sure. So for Aerosmith, we have not toured with them yet, but I'm one of the resident string quartet for their residency here in Vegas. So we have done,
awesome.
I think we've done over 40 shows so far with them at the Park Theater in Vegas. And everyone in Aerosmith is like 70.
Yeah.
I believe that.
So there's not that much partying going on at this point. Like at least several of the members of the band are sober now. But it's amazing just getting to hang out with them a little bit. It's not like we're sitting in their dressing room with them or anything, but we get to talk to them backstage and stuff like that. So they are still like, it's crazy how much energy they do still have after all this time. Like Steven Tyler is like the Energizer Bunny. I don't know how he does it. Like I remember during our tech week, we actually, when we would be on break, he would be lifting weights. Like he kept weights on the stage so that he could be working out while we were not doing anything. I was like, I can't even do that. And
I don't
I'm
even
30,
want to think about doing that.
He really, and just the quality of his voice still after all these years always amazes me. Like he is still hitting those high notes and back in the saddle. It's really incredible to watch. And Joe Perry, if he has a guitar in his hands, he is playing it. There is no off button for him. He he always has music flowing through his fingers 100% of the time.
That's awesome.
So it's really amazing to be around. I feel like there's some celebrities where if you run into them in person and you're like, oh, you're really normal. Like I'm surprised. Like you're like me. But with Aerosmith, it's not really like that. It's like you run into them and you're like, whoa, your presence feels just as iconic in real life,
right?
As you would expect.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So, I'm kind of stealing the spotlight from Jeff here.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. I only get my moments here and there. He gets it twice a week all the time. So, but I've noticed from what I've seen is you have either performed with, performed for, or opened for people like Ricky Martin, Lady Antebellum, Celine Dion, and that's like a total different genre than your rock. So like, I know you classify yourself as a rock girl, but like, what does it take to get into that whole entire different level of music?
It's it is definitely a mindset change to some degree. I classify what I do as unconventional cello artistry. That's kind of my term for it, which I feel like
it
encompasses everything. But yeah, there's just the variety of different genres that I get to do is a lot of fun, and especially with the Lady Antebellum, or Lady A as they're going by now. It was last Easter I did an IGTV collaborative video with the band because I was actually supposed to play with them at the ACM Awards that got canceled due to COVID. So they ended up reaching out to me after all and being like, hey, we didn't get to do this, but we would like to do something with you. And that was amazing. And I got to kind of write my own part for what I played for that. And, obviously with their creative input, but yeah, it's definitely a different mindset in terms of that, like just sitting down in the studio and just getting really into the vibe of the song and feeling like, playing what you feel, rather than like with a lot of the award shows and the bigger events, they will give you the part to play.
Sure. Yeah.
So it's the creative aspect of being able to do stuff like that is a lot of fun. And I do a lot of string arranging as well. So that's kind of the other half of my brain. I was actually just working on a string quartet arrangement of September by Earth, Wind, and Fire before I got on this call.
Oh, that's awesome.
I definitely wanted to share some of your YouTube, but with the copyrights, we can't play with so much. We've been stopped before for it. I want to talk about something that I love that I saw you're a part of, and Femmes of Rock.
Oh, yeah.
And holy shit, when I tell you, Angela, Parks Casino a couple years back, I was there to see it. And you said on your website, do you want to kind of break the stereotype that anything with string is boring and old dusty? This was electric. This was rock music, hard rock, kicked ass. Now I want to show you this too. I found this picture, and I don't think you're in this. I looked really hard. None of these are you, correct?
Oh, that is not me. Oh, that's a little bit before my time.
That was 2017. I didn't have a beard back then.
I was about to say, see how young he looks?
I know. It feels like forever ago. But I found a picture.
Christina, Nina, and Chandra behind you.
Nina, we had Nina on our show. We had Nina on our show back about 4 years ago before we did video. It was just audio. And she was terrific. And I got to meet him after the show. And I went to this picture. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, nah, none of them are her. But I think it's just to be sure. What's that like? Because that is super cool. It's 4 women just getting on stage and just crushing some of the classic rock songs with strings. Tell us all about it, because I think it's terrific.
Oh, I did too.
That's so cool that you saw. I didn't know that you had seen the show.
Incredible.
It is so much fun. It's actually funny because a lot of people, in terms of like my mission statement on my website, you're right. Like a lot of people don't believe that strings can do that kind of thing. Actually, I was on a shoot yesterday, and one of the guys on the team kind of came over to us and he was like, "Oh, so you play any rock? You play any metal?" Like kind of joking. And we were like, "Yeah, we do." And he was like, "Oh, wait, really? Like, really?" He didn't believe me. But so Femmes of Rock is a lot of fun because it's the 4-piece electric strings plus the live band as well.
Yes.
So we do have a guitarist, bass guitar, and drums, which the funny thing about that is the usual drummer and the usual guitarist on that gig are actually co-workers of my boyfriends at Blue Man Group.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
The world gets smaller and
it's kinda all
smaller.
in the family.
Yeah.
That's
But-
awesome.
We play a lot. We play everything from Led Zeppelin to Pink Floyd to The Who to Van Halen to Lynyrd Skynyrd. And the way it's put together is really fun because there's a lot of different medleys. Like we do a guitar hits medley that has kind of some of the most famous guitar solos. And it's just the energy of that show is amazing because of the live band and because it is more of an actual show as opposed to background music like I play for weddings and stuff like that. But yeah, anytime I get to use a wah pedal, I'm really happy. And just seeing the looks on the faces of the audience when we launch into a song they know, or when they can't believe that they're seeing.
I was about to say, it's got to be that like priceless surprise face.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
At the end of the show at Parks, I leaped out of my seat. And I'm just like, "Holy shit!" And my wife was like, same thing, because I said, "Oh, we're going to see this, this female artist. They all play like violin, cello," and she's like, "Huh?" I'm like, "Trust me, it's going to knock your socks off." And we were blown away. So it's very impressive. I can't wait for it. I hope it comes back to town again because I'm there for it. It's just incredible.
Yeah, definitely. We've been getting more and more out of town gigs lately. We have had a few things that came up and then canceled, but I actually just 2 weeks ago, I was in Maine and New Hampshire with Femmes of Rock, and we did 2 shows out there, and we had a local one this last weekend. So things are coming back on the calendar. So hopefully we'll be near you again soon.
When you are, I'm going. I'm going to be there. Absolutely.
Yeah, next time, like, this picture's going to have you in it.
Yes.
Somewhere you will be there.
Yes, my
you
friend
can replace
Christina.
Jeff.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll take me.
Yes. One of my friend who was right over your shoulder in that picture was with me on this most recent tour too. So you'll probably see her again.
Excellent.
Awesome.
I know we're running real late for time. I promised you a half hour. Here we're just killing that half hour. But
it's fine. I had my connection issues. Like I can stay here as long as you want me. Honestly.
Right.
Oh, like her. Let's keep her.
Let me call my boss and tell him I'm not coming in tomorrow. We're gonna do this for like the next 8 hours.
Yes.
I probably could. The nickname Cello Bat, which I friggin' love it. I think it's super cool and it's badass. How did you get it? How did you come up with it?
So the short and sweet origin story that I have is that I'm the cello bat because I'm extremely blind and you'll never find me outside in the daytime.
I live in a cave, so it's okay.
I feel you.
Originally, it started with my YouTube channel. I started putting videos up around 10 years ago where I needed a creative outlet from being in conservatory. So actually, it's probably 11 years ago now. Ooh, I feel old. So, when I went to Cleveland Institute of Music for school, and when you're in a conservatory like that, you are playing classical music all day, every day. And it's like, it's obviously classical music is amazing, and that's why it's been around for this long. But at the same time, when that's all you're doing with your life, and I've been a metalhead since age 13, I'm like, I can't just do this. Like, I have to play songs that I listen to. I want to be playing what I'm listening to. So I started recording a lot of covers. I was the only person there really listening to that kind of music. So I would just write a cover for 4 cellos or 5 cellos, and then I would record all the parts myself. And I would upload them to YouTube so I could show my friends back home. And so the original name of that project was actually Vampire Sonata. I don't remember where that came from, but no one remembered it. No one knew what it meant. And I was like, I need to come up with something that rolls off the tongue a little better than that. So Cello Bat was kind of one of the options.
I love
I
it.
dig it. Yeah, I dig it. I love it.
And I think bats are awesome. So like I totally dig it. Absolutely. So what, being that you're always so busy from what I've seen, which is amazing, do you ever have downtime? And if you do, like, what do you enjoy doing besides doing, I'm going to get into that next question in a moment about, what your goal from what I've read is. So besides doing that, what do you enjoy doing on your downtime when you have it?
Well, yeah, it's few and far between, unfortunately. So what I do when I'm not out working, I actually do a lot of custom arrangement commissions for people as well. I have probably 6 or 7 wedding music companies all over the place that use me for custom chart commissions for their events.
Very cool.
So right now, I have to finish 2 arrangements before Saturday, and then after that, I have 7 more I have to do before the end of the month.
Wow.
So, it's amazing because like I never thought that the arranging thing would be something that would take off as much as it has. But I think last time I counted, I think it was 5 different countries that I'm aware of where people are playing my arrangements.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Like I did a
Incredible.
custom
Yeah.
commission for a group in Germany, and I was like, "What? Like, how did you even hear me?"
That's
But,
awesome.
So that's when I'm not doing that.
You're sleeping.
There's a lot
Right?
of sleeping, definitely.
Right.
I'm a huge animal person, so I try to incorporate animals into my life as much as I can. We
Same.
actually have a beautiful black and white tuxedo cat named Lucy who has
Aw.
declined to appear on camera today, but she's around somewhere. And I actually pet sit for some of my friends as well.
Oh, wow.
That's
I
awesome.
have my friend Megan is a teacher, so when she's on summer break, a lot of the time she and her husband will go on trips, and I get to live at their house and watch their dogs while they're gone.
That's
So
awesome.
anything with animals, and then just going out for nice food is
Yes.
my favorite way to reward
I
myself.
love food.
Same here. I feel you.
Like I actually had 2 gigs yesterday, and then last night I was like, we are going out for sushi. Like I need sushi in my stomach right now. We're going to have a nice date night and I'm going to
Right.
forget that I worked all day. So definitely like finding new restaurants in town is something I like to do too.
That's awesome.
Okay.
So you kind of already touched base with it, that you've been writing sheet music and stuff. And from what I read, you're making it so that it's how was it? User friendly for people. What is, define user friendly? Because my daughter plays violin, so when she shows me the sheet music, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't know any of that. So what makes that different than like what you're doing?
Yeah, so, well, I mean, I know to someone who doesn't know how to read music, it just kind of all looks like a black and white Jackson Pollock. But
Learning slowly. She's like, Mom, that's C. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, even I still am not good at reading alto clef or writing in alto clef, even though I've
Wow.
been doing it for like 5 years. I learned treble clef and bass clef and tenor clef from playing the cello, but like those violas, they get me every time. But as far as like the user friendliness of my charts, it's one of those things where when you're on a gig with a lot of different companies, you don't really get the chance to have a rehearsal beforehand. And I think for Premiere, which is the wedding music company I work for, I think we've maybe had a rehearsal one time, and I've been playing weddings with them almost every weekend for like 6 years.
Oh, wow.
So we don't have a lot of time to sit down and work stuff out. So
Sure.
there are a few different aspects that go into a chart being user-friendly. You want it to be sight readable. because people often do not have time to rehearse. So you, like a lot of the time that involves, if there's crazy rhythms, you maybe want to simplify them a little bit, so it makes it easier to read. I'm very careful with my formatting and making sure I don't have any errors. Because a lot of stuff, I mean, it's like when you're reading a sentence in English and you can tell that the person who wrote it, English was not their first language.
Yes,
Like,
I know
it's like
exactly
that
what
with
you're talking
music
about.
sometimes. It's like that. Like, sometimes you'll get a chart and you'll look at it and you'll be like, has the person who wrote this ever sat down and read music before? Like,
Right?
this is not how it's supposed to look. So just, the way I write things and the layout of everything, and, making sure to take violin lines down an octave if they go up super high. I also try to avoid putting too much wear and tear on people, because a lot of the time you're sitting there playing for a cocktail hour or whatever, and you don't really get a break.
Right.
So I, if there's like a fast line, like one of the charts I did recently was Rockstar by DaBaby and Roddy Ricch.
Right.
And so that has kind of a finger picking guitar line throughout the whole thing, which is kind of the rhythmic drive of it.
Right.
But I'm thinking about it and I'm like, I don't want one of these poor musicians to be sitting there going like really fast for the entire gig, because then their left hand is going to be worn out and they won't be able to play anything else. So I think about stuff like that. I'll divide up lines like that between the players so that people get a break from playing the fast line. Just kind of thinking about just the general experience of playing it, because I do end up playing the vast majority of the charts that I write. So I'm like, what are all the ways that I can make sure that everybody's happy by the end of this?
Happy and not completely like, I have carpal tunnel now because I just sat here like,
yeah.
No, that's amazing that you do that. That is amazing.
So before you go, I got to ask, because I know how I am. I have this program. I love meeting new people and seeing them and talking to them. But in real life, is there cellist groupies? The dudes kind of hang around to meet the pretty cello players and stuff like that. I know you got a great boyfriend and all that, but are the guys are like, hey, I want to check out the girls playing the instruments?
Yeah, I mean, it's not just cellists; it's kind of string player girls in general. Actually, I was just talking, like when we were on the shuttle to the Raiders game the other day, I was talking to my friend Chandra, who is on the far right in that picture you showed me. She was telling me that she had someone on Instagram who was a fan who was like offering to be her sugar daddy, basically, and like, oh, like, would you only play for me?
I'm sorry.
Yeah. He's like, I'll give you $5,000 a week if you only play for me or something,
Wow.
Like,
Wow.
it gets weird.
Beat picks.
Yeah. Wow. That does get weird. I guess it's, price you pay for celebrity. Like I always ask people, you hear like Britney Spears and the mental breakdown. I'm like, how big do you want to get? And some people say not quite that big, like right in the middle.
Yeah, I don't want to go Britney big.
Right.
No.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm thankful because a lot of the gigs I play are private events.
Yeah.
And, with the Raiders game, we travel everywhere all together as a band. And we have, like personnel from Raider Nation who are escorting us everywhere we go to make sure that nothing weird happens. But yeah, there's, you don't want to see my inbox sometimes. Like there's some weird things that come up. Sometimes things I don't want to see, if you know what I mean.
Oh man.
Yeah, wow.
So
behave.
The downside, I guess. But I do try to often post about and make reference to my amazing boyfriend who is, we've been together for about 5.5 years, and he's the best ever. He's a drummer in Blue Man Group.
I want to see them. So, if he's got a ticket to send my way.
Yeah, for sure.
I want front row.
Beer sugar. I'll be anybody's beer sugar daddy. You feed me beer and I'm your man.
I have a gig like that too. I play at an Irish bar sometimes, actually.
Oh, that's awesome.
And we do get partially paid in beer. So I'm with you on that
Steve.
one.
I like that.
We're called the Whiskey Fiddlers, actually. So just
Oh,
from
I
the
love
name,
that.
you kinda get
I
the
love that.
idea.
That is right up my alley. So, like, I can imagine you see my message, you're probably like, what does this weird guy want? And I usually try to send, like, I've got 3 Instagrams, my beer company, my personal one, and the show one. I'm pretty sure I try to send them from the show one. So you see myself, Jewel, it looks a little more professional than just some weird guy like, hi, I've got this show and I'd love you to come on.
Right. Well, it's
Well,
funny because that actually, I had that kind of experience like before I heard from you. There was a guy on KSHP, which is a Las Vegas local radio station. His name's Rich, and he invited me on his radio show. So that was the first one, and I was kind of like, this is weird. Like, who are you? Like, why you
Yeah.
want to talk to me? Okay. But so since that came first, it felt definitely more normal when I heard from you. I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this looks legit.
Yeah, because if Jeff was the first one to message you, I probably would have turned around too.
imagine your giant disappointment at the end of the night. Like, wow, so much for that. No, we do appreciate it. It's great. And I appreciate you, like I said, being patient with the messages and making time for us. This was fantastic. And we definitely would love to have you back on, maybe after football season when things slow down just a little bit.
I don't think her life is ever going to slow down. It's
True.
only going to get more and more exciting.
I don't tell her that. The poor
Tiring
girl.
for her, but exciting for all of us.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. I keep thinking, I'm like, one of these, even during the pandemic, I didn't have any gigs for, well, actually, I was supposed to be touring with Femmes of Rock when the pandemic hit. And we flew to Maine, and in baggage claim, we found out our first show had gotten canceled.
Aw.
Out of 3. And then at dinner that night, we found out our second show had gotten canceled. And at that point, we got a little worried about potentially shutting down airports and stuff like that. So we ended up flying home the next day. So we flew to Maine for dinner, basically, at the beginning of the pandemic.
I hope you guys
wow.
like, what is it, lobster or crab meat?
We ate lobster. Yes, we
There
did
you
have
go.
some lobster. We
There you
did.
go.
But then from March through, I want to say, March through June, I had some home recording stuff, but obviously no gigs out and about.
Sure.
Then I think it was July when I started getting weddings again. When they opened it up to small gatherings of like
Right.
40 people or less or whatever it was. So I didn't even get much of a break during the pandemic. Honestly, it's been crazy since last July. So hopefully one of these days I can get a vacation.
Hey, boyfriend.
And we can definitely
Yeah,
figure
right?
out a time for me to come back for sure. This ended up working out perfectly because this weekend was crazy, but now thankfully I have a couple days of just working from home.
Terrific.
That's awesome. I'm so glad you were able to come and talk to us because, like, not only are you beautiful and talented, but you're totally badass. And I love the fact that you came on to be able to share so many insights with us and, you know, your beautiful smile. I can't stop looking at it. I'm sorry.
Oh, thank you.
We're big fans. Like I said, we'd love to have you come back on. And of course, for everybody out there that's watching, if you haven't seen it yet, Femmes of Rock, FEMMES, Femmes of Rock, incredible. And when the tours hit, find it in your local town. Get there. I know I'm going back. It's outstanding. www.cellobot.com is the website. Instagram at Cellobat. Cellobat Charts is her music that she puts out, sheet music. And simplified sheet music, and of course the Las Vegas Raiders
Yes.
Stadium Band. So when a live home Raiders game is on, and you get a chance to watch TV, put it on because they want to show off that stadium, and you just might get a glimpse of Sarah being outstanding. Sarah Chaffee, thank you so much. I mean, this has been absolutely amazing. Best of luck in everything you do, and we'd love to invite you on again. I'll drop you a message down the line, and we'll do this again.
Yes, definitely. I feel like
Awesome.
there's so much more to talk about.
Oh,
There is. Like, I can sit here and talk to you for hours.
The stories I could tell you. I'll have to think of
Oh,
some
the
good
stories
ones
I could
for
tell
next
you. We
time.
might have to talk off camera for a minute.
Thank you
awesome.
so much for having me. This has been so much
Likewise.
fun.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy. Thank you so much again.
Thank you. I'll see you guys soon.
Yes, absolutely. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Sarah Chaffee, ladies and gentlemen, just everything you would hope for. Lovely, talented, great stories. the music is great too. Like I said, Femmes
Oh
Rock is
yeah.
incredible, and seeing her on TV at that Raiders game, I'm just like, wow, man, like there she is, like this awesome girl is going to be on our show, and
Yeah, you sent me a message and you're like, I seen her. I
I
tried to take a
know!
picture and I'm like,
I wanted to take a picture of it and lay it out here, but I missed. But
you were drooling a little bit. Your phone drops from the slipper
Yeah,
hands.
well, you
It
know,
happens.
it's when I get amazed by that. Like I said, like I have like the female like rock singers that come on, like the Lena Scissorhands and Mixie Demner, and later down the line we have Edge of Paradise, Margarita Monet. I really am a little bit of a groupie for women in music. I friggin' love it. I really do.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a soft spot when it comes down to musicians. Like, I mean, certain ones. There's ones out there that you look at and you're just like, oh, you fell off the back of the truck.
Yeah. But then there's some that's like, wow. And I'm going to call you out. Steve Wilkinson, is Angela giving you a hard time? Is she? I'm
Watch
going to
what
say
you
it.
say, Steve.
I'm going to say, is she fucking with you right here on the Yo Show? Is she giving you a hard time? Because, ass kickings go out for that kind of stuff. I mean, I can't kick her ass, but I'll find somebody.
I'm waiting for his reply. Uh-huh.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. I do appreciate it.
Steve will tell you that, like, when I walk into places, I'm like the only girl who's not even 5 foot that walks in like an 8-foot man. Like, what?
You're not 5 foot? I think we talked about this.
No, I'm 4'11 and a half. I mean, my doctor says
Oh.
I'm 5 foot to make me feel better. And I really think the only half is like, the shoes.
Adams to Sarah's. In other words, he only said hey to Sarah in her inbox 25 times.
Hey, Sam, you watching that?
My man, I like it. Hey, you know what? Like I said, and I told you that I might have told you the story the last time when I had Brianna Dale on the show, who was just this gorgeous model out of California, and she came on our program. And my wife said, "Look, if that girl shows up at our doorstep, you get a hall pass." So maybe Steve's looking for his hall pass. Oh man, he's getting a hairy eyeball as we speak.
See, I was waiting for it. I was like, cue Sam.
Oh man, that is outstanding. But
And I
that's-
know the look. I know the look she's talking about. She gives this home at least 5 times a night every Tuesday night. I'm only kidding. But no, I know the look.
Steve, I mean, I don't know you that well. No disrespect. Why do you think Sammy watches the Yo Show? I mean,
Because of me? Duh.
hello? Do you see this face?
So Sam and Steve are actually both on my pool team.
That's awesome. That
And-
how's that going? How's it been? I know you said you had some good luck with it, but how's it been lately?
I had a rough go at it for a little bit. I'm not one that can practice and then succeed. I just succeed or I don't. But this past week, I'm going to give it to my team. We got a clean sweep, which means everyone on my team won. And we totally kicked ass in the process of getting the clean sweep. So, yes.
He knows. And that's okay. I know you can't say
Yep.
it, Sammy. That's
I
okay.
got you, Sammy. Love you.
I got you too. I know you can't say it because Steve's here. I get it.
Yeah, that's for later. Shh, don't tell.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, when our guest does remove themselves from our program, it is time, of course, for our shot of homemade apple pie moonshine, courtesy of my man Gus Lang. And tonight, I always like to feature a different shot glass. What more fitting than just talking about who people come to watch for than my sexy shot glass? Oh yeah, I'm sexy.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm sexy. I'm absolutely sexy. Nothing is sexier than a grown man on his webcast doing shots of moonshine.
By himself. Well, not by himself, but by himself. Alone in the basement with his toys behind him. Sorry, I had to.
Who wants
It puts the
one?
lotion on its skin.
I got Stormtrooper dude if he wants one.
Well, Steve's waiting for that can, so you can't throw it out.
No, it's here. I'm going to autograph for him as well.
All right.
Absolutely.
You got to alcohol wipe the top because COVID. Just just to be safe.
It's really not the same mystique of my can if I wipe where I drank from. Like
No,
that's the mystique
You're
of the
right. You're
can.
right. You got to give it a good lickage.
He loves the beer. I also love my beer. And of course, Sammy, as you know, come February or March, right in Trevose, Loso Brewing Company is going to be up and running. That's myself and my 3 partners. And we definitely would love to have you guys come check it out. We're hopefully maybe incorporating the show somehow. Definitely with the bands and the stage, and yeah, let her rip me. She wants to lotion me. She wants to wax my butt. Poor me.
Hey, listen. I never said I was appropriate. I was
Right.
trying to figure out a nice way to put that.
It's actually funny because Tuesday nights, like Jewel kind of underminingly insults me with like clever little quips, and I catch them.
Oh, I
and
love it. I love it. Some of them
And-
go right over your head. That's probably
they
where all your hair
really
went.
do. It's yeah. Some of them really go like flying past me, but yours, you're pretty much like, hey, you're a dick.
Yeah, I call it as I see it. I'm only kidding. Maybe just a little. Not
Man,
really.
work is going to suck tomorrow. So a big thank you to Sarah Chaffee for an awesome interview, awesome chat. We don't say interview.
Yes.
I got that from Lena Scissorhands. She's like, I don't like to call it interview because it feels
That's
very
too. It's like
stuffy.
I was about to say it's like way too.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it is me.
that's how she found her way here. Honestly,
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Like Sam could tell you because normally on Tuesday night it's her or I that are keeping score for the most part, just because, we could read our handwriting mainly. And
wit. Jules, my baby.
and I'll be sitting there talking to Sam and she'll be like just cracking up laughing and everyone's looking around like, what's so funny? And she's like, it's Ange. I mean, just the shit that comes out of her mouth. But I love it. I love my team. They're awesome. Although I'm a little upset that Steve won that bet. So now we have to get those 1,000 because I have to win now.
Thank you, Steve. This beautiful can. I got to find bubble wrap and a nice box to make sure it comes pristine. I got to find a permanent marker to autograph it as well.
Well, I got a permanent marker and I know where he lives. So,
He's a child of God. Beautiful. I'll never be what she says.
Steve-
Okay, wow, no, I feel you there.
Yeah, no, you can't. Your father would be very disappointed.
Not to mention, if you let out the secrets of the sexual tension me and her had, that's why she comes on. She's like, God, I could look at that sexy man all night long.
It's only because I like to see my reflection.
I don't blame you. I like watching myself too. I really do. I like watching my toys as I drink my alcohol.
I know
In
you
my
get out of the
basement.
shower to check your ass out. We figured that out.
Baby.
Imagine how nice it's gonna look when it's all like nice and clean.
1,000 views. Let's see what we can do. 1,000. I've had 1,000 before. Like I said, Brianna Dale, that was like 10,000 people watched that episode. You were talking nervous, but you don't know at the time. That's the beauty of it. You just
Right.
there's a counting ticker, and I know it's like way off, but it always it flashes like who comes in, who comes out. Not people, it's just like numbers.
Right.
And you watch it, and it has this number, that number, that number. Yeah, that's a pretty good night. Me and Joe were like, hey, good night. And I looked the next day and I'm like, what the hell? Like, it was obnoxiously huge. And I'm like, damn, all these people really got the letdown of a lifetime and got to see Brianna Dale.
That's awesome.
That was
That's
incredible. It really, and she was, man. And I definitely want to hit her up again and bring her back. I know she just had a baby, but she is so just an incredible person, like real good hearted, fun, funny, tells good stories. And she comes on that night and she's like, yeah, I thought you wanted me to wear a bikini. I'm like, no, that's okay. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
What?
Seriously?
what the hell did you just say? Even Jules like, what? I'm like,
Right?
What? Blew it.
We need to make like a mechanical arm where Joel has a button that just smacks you in the back of the head. Like,
button. That button would break in mere minutes.
I was about to say, I have a feeling she'd be sitting there like,
Many a time I could just tell by her facial reaction she's dying to smack me.
oh, I love it. I love it.
Or spank me, I'm not quite sure.
Or a combination of both. It's cool.
But when the ladies see this, it's all over.
Steve, you better watch yourself with that next comment after that. I already hear
I like it. Steve's one of us. Well, at least one of me. I mean, us guys.
I was about to say he's one of you. Although he does have his feminine side, but
Can you do that as well? Can you do the nose, the tongue to nose thing?
who, me or Steve?
Steve.
Oh, I don't know. You'd have to ask Sam.
Wow. I don't want her hand or my Wow. So you're getting the beat down. Some cruelty
Get
right
it,
here.
Sam?
Damn. All the secrets are coming out. I like it.
Listen, this is what happens when you have me and my friends come on here because, like,
I'll tell you.
it's just a rampage of unfilteredness.
What happened to the young lady earlier that used to work at Hooters? Where'd she go?
Callie, I don't know.
Oh, so I missed this earlier, and the timing of it kind of sucked because the comment was great, and I started laughing, and right then that's when
Oh, God, I have a feeling I already know what it's going to be.
No, it's right here. We were talking about Pete Davidson, and my good friend Evan Horn dropped in ugly as shit. It was her. I'm like, I got to say that. And then right as then, like, Sarah came on. I'm like, no! Oh, man. I like a funny guy. Well, that's why you watch the O Show. But Pete Davidson, I don't care how funny you are. That guy's ugly as shit.
Yeah.
He is.
There's a certain level where, like, no matter how funny you are, it doesn't make up for all that.
I got to tell you, it sounds stupid. And, I'm actually being serious when I say this, which is weird. But I kind of like when women say, oh, my God, you just really make me laugh over, oh, you're so hot. I mean, because I know I'm hot, but I like when people, man, I'm stupid. That's right. So, Steve, you're making me laugh, dude. You got me. I'm on board.
That is exact. You know what, Steve? I was going to say that. I was like, you know what? For once, I think I'll be nice to Sam and Steve. And, after you popping out that nickname, I should have just went out there with it. But no, that's the main reason why she's with you, Steve. Don't let her or anybody ever lie to you.
Steve, what are we talking? Are we talking? Are we talking 5 hour foot long here or what, Steve? Come on.
It's not a foot long. Take a tape measure to it.
What, the Subway sandwich or Steve?
Both.
Well, both. Well, hey.
Sam lets me in on dirty little secrets sometimes.
The foot long is too much.
Oh, is it? So you have a limit.
Uh-oh.
Don't you dare.
Took her advice and grew a beard. Now I'm sexy and funny. Right. I grew this beard in like a COVID thing, not even thinking it would stick. And now the wife's like, oh my.
I'm glad I swallowed before this started.
Alan Brooklyn, where the hell did you come from, dude? Welcome to the program. Oh boy, indeed. This is like the madness that you get on Tuesdays and Wednesday nights. Thanks for tuning in.
Especially when I'm here.
Exactly. And yes, Sammy.
No,
you
Sam.
should say
No.
it.
Listen, girl,
No?
remember you called me to put the ponytail up. Let's not.
Oh.
Otherwise, if you say it, you know what? I'm going to be that bitch right now. You say it, I'm going to tell him how we became best friends.
Oh, shit. Drama. This is like, we're going to do a new
She's over
segment.
there like, no, this bitch will not.
This is going to be like a new segment on Yo 2.0. Drama bitch segment. Somebody has feeling they never look like they do on TV. No, they don't.
No, I watched this thing where,
Aww, I want to hear.
Oh, I love you. See, I know, boo. I got you. No, I watched this.
Boo.
And I never use that word. I don't know what the fuck. Something's wrong with me.
Michelle likes your booness. Booness.
So, like I was saying about, how it looks on TV, they actually, like, they put so much effort. Don't you dare. They put so much. I can't get.
Is he doing Sam Kinison? You doing Sam Kinison? Say it!
No.
From that movie Back to School.
So we got to. Yes, they did.
Imagine the disappointment of Mrs. Subway, thinking like, "Yeah, I got a foot long, baby. Oh yeah!" And then she gets there, and it's like a mini. It's like one of them shorties from Wawa. Oh, Steve's getting a beat down.
Yes.
That's another segment. We should have like a 4-hour show on Wednesdays, and we'll have like drama bitch hour. We'll have like boyfriend girlfriend beat down. Like this is like the greatest ideas ever.
Listen, I love it. We're gonna have to do it Thursday nights too, so I could just.
So it only takes 5 hours, Steve. Is that what you're saying? 5 hours to get in your pants for that foot long? I'm down with that.
Listen, I want to know where this $5 foot long shit really comes from because when I go, my hoagie's like $10.
Imagine having a foot long that don't have enough meat.
Imagine meeting Jeff.
Wow. There's a lot of girth in there. There's girth. It's girthy.
Oh God.
I think we finally cracked your shell.
Ah, there's a little nick. There's a little nick.
Little chink in the armor. Jeff will say it. I mean, Jeff's been on this program before and admitted to people that at times I take Viagra. And I enjoy it. It's some serious shit, man. That shit is no joke. Steve, I'm going to tell you, no matter how able-minded you are and how able you are to handle your business, pop one of them suckers sometime, dude.
Oh God.
Change
Sam,
your life. Or change both your lives.
Sam, you can come over that night.
Oh, no. Oh, she'll be coming. Well, she won't be coming over. Okay. She might be coming over and over. That little Viagra.
No, because then I have to look at Steve's neck at pool.
A lot of room.
Oh, my God, Corbin.
Oh, it's not about needing it. I mean, you know, it's just great to have. I tried it on a whim, and my God, man, that's some good stuff.
Listen, I just took what you said on a whole other level.
Thank you. Work's going to be fun tomorrow. I'm about 4 shots of this.
I feel like I might be scarred from this episode.
Yeah, you know, we didn't think we could push the limit, and here we are. Wait a minute.
No, I don't think we're quite. Yeah, comment of the night.
That is the comment of
the night.
We have a winner, and he gets this half-eaten bag of M&Ms. Goes to my man Earl. What a great comment. I need an M&M after that. No, second thought. Looking at this guy.
Wait, how are you going to give him a half-eaten bag of M&Ms? By the time he gets them, they're going to be gone.
That's the point. What do I look like? I don't give away.
I guess it goes with this Slim Jim comment.
Dude, that's funny as shit. Kind of like
it's got me choking on my own spit. That's the comment of the night right there.
Hear that,
Absolutely.
Fellas? Hear that, fellas? He chokes on her own spit.
I do. I told you guys I don't swallow. I'm not about that.
Sorry, guys.
We went over that last time. Sorry.
Sorry, fellas. She just.
What the? That sounded so raunchy while you had M&Ms in your mouth. Like it was so wet and moist sounding.
I can picture the dude. Oh, baby, it feels so good.
It reminds me of coming on to the show tonight. Like, I didn't see anything. All I heard was, I'm like, yo, Jeff, what the hell am I listening to, man?
The Slim Jim thing, I'm telling you. Earl, man, you've really
to a Slim Jim.
You've really changed my perception of Slim Jims pretty much forever.
Damn, every time you're on with me, you lose some type of food.
Dude, you were too late to win the beer can.
Yeah.
Steve was on it, dude. He wanted it.
On it.
He had it. You know the fucked up part is I have to deliver this man this beer can.
That is absolutely true.
Oh, I know. I've gotten that feeling. It didn't take long for me to get the feeling that beer can really does have to go out.
Listen, Tuesday night, we're shooting. Actually, at, I believe, Murphy's. Steve, if I'm wrong, correct me. But I believe we're shooting at Murphy's Tuesday night. So you could always deliver it to him in person and come and check out the team.
I should find a way. I should find a way to link us up upstairs and do the show right from there too. I did it before. I did a Halloween show last year. Didn't go over too well because it was just a light crowd because of COVID. But
right.
But
cool,
yeah,
no, we're there even later than the show's on. So pop on in after the show. Make yourself real tired for Wednesday.
Oh Jesus Christ! That's all I need. Man, he's built for comfort, not for speed. Okay, now it just went on a whole different avenue, Mr. Slim Jim.
That sounds like the story of my life, built for comfort, not speed.
Wow. Okay. It is definitely an adult show.
Oh, yeah. My daughter was like, Mom, you're on YouTube. I want to watch you. And I'm like, no. Mm-mm.
Yeah, some of the things that Mommy says. Mommy's got a potty mouth.
Yeah, yes,
fuckers.
Mommy does have a potty mouth. Like, and I tell her that they're adult words. And when I say adult words, they're like, when you're old enough to move it out of the house and pay your own bills, then you can say it. Like, you're not 21 living in my house looking at me being like, kiss my ass. I'll backhand the shit out of you. Yeah. But she's like, Mommy, I already know that you don't have a filter. And I'm like, yeah, but you know the unfiltered mommy me. You don't know the yo show unfiltered everyday normal life of Angela. Like, no, you are not allowed to watch Mommy. And she's like, come on, no. And yes, Steve said you could watch the fight between me and Steve, and I guarantee it'll be a pretty good fight.
I'm down.
Steve's tall as shit, but I'm feisty.
It's like, never mind. I was going to go back to the Slim Jim thing. Let's just leave that. Let's drop that Slim Jim thing, shall we?
Oh
yeah,
my God, you almost got a little snort out of me with that laugh. I was saying stop.
No, for little golden books, Mommy's got a body man.
Yes. So I have a book called Go to Fuck to Sleep. And
Yeah.
I have that book, and I actually read it to my daughter when she was really, really young because she didn't know what real words were. Like, this is like when she was a newborn. And like, it's so weird because you automatically make it sound like a nursery rhyme.
Yeah.
And I find myself reading it all the time just because it cracks me up. But it also reminds me of that other book where it's like Betty's got a beaver or something like that. And she's like, she takes her beaver to the park. Her beaver's really hairy, and it's like a kid's book, and there's a real beaver, but the way that they made it all sound was like, yes, you did.
Back.
Yes. It's
Dude.
I'll have to send you some of them. They're like disturbing, but yet accurate because they're about, the beaver, but in us,
Yes.
it's
Unfortunately, yes, I did. God, it's getting late, so I got to touch two subjects. One, because I want the pictures. I want to show the picture, and I never posted the picture, did I? So, oh no, I did. So we'll double head this. Of course, everybody knows last week there was this big little hoo-ha at the Video Music
It
Awards.
looks like he snapped into a Slim Jim.
He is a Slim Jim. Conor McGregor and Machine Gun Kelly. Now, Conor McGregor looks like he's taking the shit in that picture. I'm sorry. See the veins popping out of his head?
Little bit.
And they had like a little tiff that McGregor said really wasn't nothing, and supposedly him and Machine Gun Kelly had a little fight going on. And I was trying to think who the guilty party is, and then I remembered one of their girlfriends showed up wearing this. And yeah, like I gotta tell you, I'm pretty sure McGregor said something like "nice ass" or "holy shit." Or
I mean, you
like,
can't walk out of the house like that and expect people not to stare at you and comment.
I'm sorry. Sorry, I was staring. Sweet.
See?
Jim.
You can't walk out of the house like that. You just can't. And like for him to be like, "Oh yeah, babe, you look so sexy. Let's go and do this," and then be like offended when somebody's checking you out, like, well, then put her in a goddamn robe. Like, what do you want?
God.
But although when the drink got thrown and she was wet, she looked good wet.
Oh my God.
I told you my daughter can't watch me. She just can't.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, she's like naked. I know. I'm so offended.
But her nipples are covered, so that's all that matters.
Right. I mean, she basically had a thong on, see-through, a thong up her ass, but you couldn't see her nipples. Clean. Yep. Now, like, of course, there's rumors going around that McGregor's in her DMs, and, McGregor probably said, like, nice ass or something. Probably had a couple drinks in. Figures he's a tough guy, and he can knock out, Machine Gun, more like Slim Jim Kelly.
Oh, God.
Oh, wait. Where was that? I missed the other comment. Oh, there it is. Sammy says she's not complaining. I love when women check out women. Because,
me and Sam do that every Tuesday night.
That's what it's all about.
As long as there's women there, there's typically a lot of guys in pool.
Nipples covered. Don't cover your nipples. So who's guilty here? Honestly, I mean, let's not go to the facts. Let's not be like TMZ and try to figure out the facts. In your opinion, who's guilty here?
Always the man. So I don't care which one, but always the man. It ain't her fault that she was born beautiful and naked. She's just walking around. Yeah, she's just walking around every day the way that she entered this world.
Wait a minute.
Just more voluptuous.
I never said that Megan Fox was guilty of anything. Between the two guys, who's guilty?
Oh, I know. I'm just trying to make an excuse up. Because if the whole thing is like he made a comment because she looked that way, then in a sense some people could portray it as like, well, she's guilty because she walked out that way. No, like not at all. I ain't mad at her. I'll watch her walk around like that.
For the people at home that might have forgot when they say going out like that, it's like that.
Yeah, right. Can we just like keep that there? Like
they say, but I forgot. Now there's hot brunettes and and then there's hot blondes. Look at this hot blonde spotted 2 weeks ago at Fireside. Bam!
Oh
Look
my
at it. You know you've had a lot of day drinking.
You look good
when-
with hair.
Thank you. I mean, like, wow, that's like the ugliest blonde thing I've ever seen. And I forgot I took those pictures. And
Oh my god, I can never unsee that. I'm gonna go to sleep tonight and I'm gonna toss and turn and have nightmares of that image
you're like,
forever. That should be the picture that you signed for Steve.
Yeah, I'd like, Conor McGregor be like, Cassie, I'm gonna fight you to get with your husband. I know, I feel it. I'm fucking sexy.
I'm sexy and I know it.
I don't know who Shelby is.
Oh
but-
man.
Oh, who Shelby?
Yes.
Sorry, dude.
Yes.
He's blinded. Corbin, I'm sorry, man. Forgive me. I'm an ugly
He's
blonde.
blinded by the light.
I'm an ugly blonde. Scary. That is pretty scary.
I told you I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
And some of my friends are like, oh, I'm so sad I missed that. No, you're not.
No,
When
you're not.
When I get to that stage, it's either
But
Tuesday
Steve,
or Wednesday
that's the
night
picture.
or yeah, that's wow. That's the one you're getting signed. Mhm.
Yes. Yes, that's the one you're getting signed along with your beer can. Bastard, I still can't believe he did it.
Thanks, man.
Oh,
did.
God, Steve. I can't listen. I'm almost regretting asking you to come Tuesday night after the show because, like, you two together, I'm going to need to go and get Depends beforehand because I'm not even going to. I've had a baby, so, like, make me laugh too hard and it's game over.
You smell that, Steve? Oh, yeah. I'm smelling it. That's the smell of pure urine. I like it.
It's sterile.
I know you're
Yes.
in the mix. Nobody escapes. Nobody's safe. Wait a minute. I look like
Yes, I
you're
love
on
that.
fire tonight.
Oh, God.
I might have to send
yes.
you a full bag of M&Ms after that. That's like he's on fire tonight.
With nuts.
Of course. But what kind?
Oh, God.
The teabag version.
Oh, God,
From-
I teabagged myself this morning, actually.
You teabagged yourself? Would you just climb on there and be like, and get like a sack?
Yeah,
on your
because
face?
my nuts are bigger than most men's. No, I had a cup of tea and I took a sip and the tea bag
Oh.
slapped me in the face and I was like,
Okay.
I just teabagged myself and I was like, I never thought I'd say that.
There was one morning at the house where the wife said teabag like 4 times in a row because she was legitimately looking for a teabag. And I'm falling on the ground, like rolling over laughing. She's like, what? Trying to find a teabag. I'm like, what? What's wrong with you? Where are the teabags? I'm like, that is a word that forever will be hilarious.
See, I love the word moist, especially because it freaks so many people out. Oh, God, you might ruin that word for me now.
Moist. Actually, so my buddy Jim Hutton, who owns a beard place, is called the Moist Collective. And I think the name's terrific. And his website is www.areyoumumoist.com.
Oh, my God, I love it.
Fabulous. And he's a
I
cool
love it.
dude, and his beard products are really great. Actually ran out of the shampoo, so Jim, I'm going to be hitting you up soon for some shampoo. He was on the show. He did our local segment and promoted the stuff and all. Really super cool. From one woman in a thong to maybe my favorite woman ever in a thong. Let's talk Britney.
Yeah, she's your favorite woman ever in a thong? I don't think her ass is that good.
It really, you know what? I'm very disappointed. That ass is not that good.
No, it's not. I mean, maybe if she had a little bit more hippage, but like,
Hippie.
I'm actually a little disappointed in that. Like, I thought it would be a lot better than.
I read the headline that says Britney Spears shows off ass in a thong and says it's not filtered. I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell was that? It's not an ass.
Yeah, no.
It looks like in between her fingers. Well,
Yeah.
that's part of the thing we're going to get to, Sandy. Sandy, great lead-in. She's now engaged. She now is supposedly closer to her freedom. And she
Yes.
deleted her Instagram. She took it down.
I was just about to say, I don't even think I followed her to begin with.
I
Because
follow
she's been
her.
all over. I bet you follow her anywhere.
Oh, yeah. You think Sarah Chaffee gets weird messages. You got to see the things I send to Brittany.
Wait, what's that?
I send her Slim Jims and all that good
Oh
stuff.
no, here's a Britney page. There's actually a lot of Britney pages, so I don't know. I gave up looking.
Right. Yeah, just had right. Yeah, she just shut it down, which is wild because Instagram was like her way of connecting with the world, and now
Yeah.
it's gone. Oh, Brittany, if you're watching, ooh, yeah. But
From the front. From the front.
yeah, please from the front. I don't know what that hiney is.
Yeah, no.
Looks like my like in between my knuckles.
It reminds me of like
A
the
Slim Jim.
bottom. Yes, yes, a Slim Jim. There you go. There you go. That works perfect.
Everybody that's tuning in, not to cut you off. Everybody that's tuning in, I got news. We're running to about 10:30 tonight. So, what do you think? We good for 10:30?
Listen, I'm down for even later than that.
I still got to do my laundry. Anyway,
I hate laundry.
so do I. Laundry blows and doesn't swallow.
Listen, that kind of. Are you trying to tell me that I'm laundry? Damn it!
Oh my God, Andrew James Blinder in the house. Andrew, good evening. One of
Hello.
the awesome actors and a previous guest of our show, a great friend of the show. Who again, dude, don't forget October. Let's get you back on the program. Awesome actors, got a lot of projects in the works. Of course, he did a music video with our good friend Aaron Paul. Super talented guy, and he sent me an amazing pair of Abraham Lincoln socks that I wore today, by the way.
Oh yeah.
No offense, they stink because my feet are just raunchy when I work all day.
God.
Yeah, it's a little gross. I'm going to wake up with one hell of a hangover tomorrow. I'm back on the shots list. But Andrew, anyway, thanks for always tuning in, dude. You're a great guy. Great actor. We love having you. I have laundry, swallow my socks. And now we're back with that swallow thing and laundry. Where are we at here? Have we derailed? We
Always.
We derailed
I
at
think
801.
everything about this has been derailed. Everything.
We derailed like 801 or 802. So
Yeah, it took like all of like 30 seconds.
but it's enjoyable. Nothing beats a good derailing. I tell you what, the combination
said.
of the combination of M&Ms, beer, and apple pie moonshine, baby. Remember that thing we were talking about earlier today that I won't discuss? Yeah, it's going to be me later.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Oh, yeah.
Lord have mercy. So back to Brittany. Do you really think she's batshit crazy, or like, do you think like?
For a while, I thought it was all just like the media and the press and a lot of twisted stories, but yeah, dude, dinner of champions indeed. That's all I had. M&Ms, beer. But I think she's. And then I mentioned there's Abraham Lincoln socks. You're like my favorites. But I think I'm starting to lean towards crazy. Like I wanted to think no and just think like the media twisted. She's under a lot of pressure, but she's like, God, I want to get her pregnant. Crazy.
Yeah, no.
We all know like, those women.
Yeah, no, but that's like even worse. Like, could you imagine having a daughter and then like her going batshit crazy and be like, I buzz cut my hair and our daughters?
Yeah, that's a little nuts.
So like I think she was always batshit crazy, but like I was looking her up a little bit, and the life that come on, we can find a better picture than that. The life that she lived and just like everything that she went through, like I think that would turn anybody batshit crazy, to be entirely honest. Like
there was a lot of stress early on. And you know what? You're right. We can find a better picture, and I actually happen to have one. Yeah.
Yes.
Man, it's tough making animal noises when you're like 7 shots and 2 or 3 beers deep. I'm like fucked up. The paparazzi. Yeah, they made her a little nutty. They definitely did. But
yes, but no. But like, if you go back and you look at like some of her childhood things, like how controlling her family was in order for her to get to where she like became, I would say, I say became because like the 90s is like when she was the biggest.
Her in the 90s.
Yeah, her with that snake. But it literally, since she was like 4 years old, her parents were like so overbearing and over controlling, and she, from what I read, she really went batshit crazy when. I love how it looks like there's something in her mouth. Sorry, I had to.
Brittany was
that's Slim Jim.
It's the Brittany Loves Jeff edition. Horrible. Can you see
Oh,
my
Lord.
pajama pants?
No, I'm actually upset that I don't have mine on. And I do this every time I come on. I'm like, oh, I gotta look human. See, I'm jealous.
Jammy pants. Jammy
Jealous.
pants.
I went to pool in pajama pants last night, actually. I do that often.
I call that the Levittown tuxedo. Like my wife will go to Wawa. It's like, I got my pajama pants on. Don't look stupid. Late night, you got the Levittown tuxedo on. You're good.
Listen, I will go damn near anywhere and everywhere. Like, no bra, pajama pants, no makeup, and just go in there and just be like, what you see is what you get.
Bras are overrated.
Yeah, no, I don't like them.
Speaking of bras being overrated, ladies.
Listen, you keep posting that up, and you know what nudes you're going to get? Steve.
Oh, I know.
Steve's going to be like,
I think I got Earl's already.
see?
Yeah, you know, I really should. Gotta be careful what you wish for. I gotta find access. I am a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little scared.
Listen, it was really cold on that side, okay? That's all I could say, Sam. Really cold.
Now you messaged me. First of all, the picture you sent me is wow. That's naughty. Secondly, you said glitching. Were we glitching?
At one point we were, yeah.
Okay, are we straight now?
Oh yeah, that was forever ago. That I
Steve,
sent that.
Steve, did you permit Sammy to send this picture?
Sam, wait, how do you send that to him and not me?
Good lord, you need to see that. Gracious.
Listen, I get to see her bend over on the pool table, so.
Damn. When See, he said, yeah. He get full permission. Wearing shirt. You know, it's like, that's the beauty of.
I know.
And I don't mean this disrespectfully because like I said, I'm in Langhorne, right on the border of Levittown. I love Levittown. I love Murphy's. I love Gleason's. I love all them places. You can get away with any damn thing in Levittown because whatever you do it with attitude. Yeah,
Except for calling somebody a Karen. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah. Well,
I got banned for that shit.
like, yeah, I'm wearing fucking pajamas at the bar. What? Nothing. Just wondering if you want another beer. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, right. I've gone in there with slippers on, so ain't no shame in my game. Sam always looks cute as shit when she comes out, though. Even when she's like, I'm a hot mess. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
is she one of those people? I'm sorry.
Yes.
I got your picture, like, just like sitting there for the whole world to see. Let me take it down for a second. We'll put Steve up. Steve is also a hot mess.
I have to look at him all the time. Come on, put Sam back up.
Right? Oh, here we go. Watch double. We got, and you know what? Steve, I'm going to tell you something, man. I see a resemblance between that and that little face thing. Look at that. Okay.
Yeah, actually, a little bit.
I got a Halloween costume going on here, Steve. You kidding me?
Sam, you'd
baby.
be really cold in that dress.
You would. Not that I noticed. I'm being a good boy.
No, Sam's always cold. So, like, her in that dress, she would be freezing. I'd have to, like, go and buy her a cloak or some shit. Like, walk around sleeping bag, like, here, warm up.
I think I should wear that dress.
I think you should with your wig.
Dude, you're killing me. Don't do that.
Oh, Lord.
Always cold. My wife's always cold. So
I
feel
used to be until I developed high blood pressure, and now I'm sitting here with my house 65 degrees looking at everyone going, do you feel that? Or is it hot? And they're all sitting here with thousands of blankets on, and I'm like, my ass is hot. Like, it doesn't even feel like the air is on.
My ass is hot, too. Remember, I checked
Well,
it out
we'll
and
know
said,
when we get to wax it.
signed photo. You're getting the signed photo. You're getting the can. You're getting like the whole tour. You might even get a guest appearance one night on the program. I call it the program. It's a show now. People are like, oh, your podcast? Dude, podcast for douchebags. It's a goddamn show. I say that. And meanwhile, I got a podcaster on next week on YouTube. Jeff Dwoskin from the Jeff Dwoskin Show out in Detroit. Yo, Dwoskin's got a great show. You know who's on his show this week?
Who?
Dee Dee Pfeiffer. No, Dee Dee Pfeiffer, Michelle. I think she's Michelle Pfeiffer's sister. She's been in so many bit roles. She's adorable. She's on the show. I'm so. No, you're on, Sammy. That's a different episode. Though.
Sam, you're going to be on mine. Listen, I'm just saying, 2 hot girls on a webcast versus them 2.
Right. I wouldn't
No,
even watch.
no
Steve, I wouldn't
offense.
even watch
Love you
us.
both, but like me and Sam got that all day.
I wouldn't even watch us. You guys are going to stealing Jewel from us, too.
Yes, come, Jewel, come to the dark side.
Only, yeah, Jewel, come with us.
Let
Jewel
me
does
in.
enjoy. And she always watches, though. She does watch, sometimes the night of, sometimes the next day. So, Jewel, I know this is running long, as you know Jeff loves to do. And when you see this, I love you, my sister from another mister. Oh, heart. I don't love her like I love. Never mind. Stop.
I still think we should try to get her out Saturday.
I agree. I want to get out Saturday and drink. I mean, one of us, like, two cool people, like, I don't really like the Huonville. Shut the fuck
Listen.
up, man. Wherever they sell liquor, that's where I like to be.
Liquor,
Beer, liquor. Yeah, liquor.
like,
Beer.
yeah,
Lic-
yeah, that went over. I'm just saying.
I got it. Liquor in the front and poker in the rear. Yeah, I got it.
I was gonna bring in
And,
the Slim Jim, but okay.
That's a good liner. Speaking of poking her in the rear. Oh. You can hear the
Oh,
thud.
my Lanta.
You hear the thud in the bottom of the table. It's not fair.
So that's why you were making that noise in the beginning of this. You were getting her picture ready. Yes. I'm sitting here like, Jeff, what are you doing?
The funny thing is, in this picture, you can see it on her face. She's trying to watch the Yo show, and they're taking pictures of her. She's like, "Oh, what Jeff's doing? What about now?"
Listen, I just want to know what she eats. Like, her waist is like this and everything else.
Cock. Slim Jims.
Slim Jims.
Yeah.
Yes.
As much as I love her, the hottest thing ever. And if you've never seen the episode, like, go on YouTube or Google it, whatever. When she was on 2.5 Men.
Yes.
Oh my God, man! Like, what? And she played a 16-year-old. Like, yeah, okay.
I still think her in Transformers was like seeing her with the cars and being dirty and just all that was like moist.
If you like that kind of thing, which I do.
I was about to say, who doesn't?
I'm getting my motherfucking pervert on. So some of you people are out there probably like, he was talking about Brianna Dale. Like, who is she? Well, bam! That's who she is.
See, that's an ass. Don't put that Britney ass back up again. That's
No. Let's say this is Britney's ass.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
A beautiful girl, but so down to earth though, really cool. What was I saying?
I love her tattoo. I got distracted. I was looking.
I like the hip butt cheek tattoo. It's awesome.
Oh, yeah. I love women with ink. To an extent. Like, I'm not big on the neck tattoos, but some women can pull it off. But like, tattoos are just, I love them.
I'm a big fan. I always was. I still don't have any, which shocks me, but I'm a big fan.
Well, you're getting one soon. It's gonna say ass.
Yeah, that one got me smacked. I believe that one got you smacked. You know, that it gets me smacked every time. Like, my wife will watch the replay and like, I saw Brianna Dale was up on the screen again. Like, yeah, she's in the basement, dude. She's in an autographed calendar. Like, what do you want from her?
I wouldn't say she's in the basement again. She's gonna like be asked to appear, and she's gonna be like, "Wait, you had me in a basement? I don't know about you."
If she was in my basement, this program would not be going on as we speak.
Right? You'd get that old school like ants on TV.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be just static.
Yes.
I mean, I don't want to disappoint since so many people are looking. I mean, hey.
Listen, I told you we were talking about something and I got totally distracted. So
All I have to say is USA. USA.
right?
Yeah, she's very attractive, but just great. Her stories, man. She was, like I said, she worked at that bikini barista out there for a while, and her stories were like wild. Like, it was a great episode. The audio sucked, but if you get a chance, check it out on YouTube. The Yo Show. It's episode 99.
99.
And I'm going to come right out and tell you this now. If you decide to check it out, I was stone drunk, smoked weed beforehand, was extraordinarily nervous because Brianna Dale was coming on.
I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah, man. Like, wow. And like I said, I watched, and it took me a while to get back to actually watch myself. That's how bad I was. And I always swore I would never watch the last half hour. And I watched the last half hour, and I'm like, and it's me. And I'm like stunned by my horrible performance.
That's what she said.
Ta-da! Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff the Shark Perini. But yeah, again, if you tuned in late, Steve, I don't know if you heard the story or not, but she volunteered to come on the show in a bikini, and I said no.
Like a jackass.
Like a total, utter jackass.
Yep.
I can hear you guys, but I can't see you. The last chick's picture. I tell you what, early on fire tonight, dude. You really are.
$5 foot long.
Steve, dude, I know. She sat there and said on the show, like, oh, I thought you wanted to be in a bikini. I'm like, oh, no. And I'm like, oh, my God.
Yeah, I can't believe I would have been like, yes, please. Yes, please.
Bikini. What else? What other ideas? Yeah. Now, apparently.
Ooh, we should see if we can get her on for the virtual bikini contest. She'd win hands down, but like we'd.
Or she'd be a judge because she would know.
But does she get the judge in a bikini?
Of course. I'm not making that mistake ever again.
Okay. I was
Never.
about to say, all contestants and judges must be in a bikini. That includes you.
I'm not trying to lure more people to episode 99 of the O Show on YouTube. But Jewel claims that there's a picture of her on the wall and she's naked in the picture. I don't even recall seeing it. Jewel said it's there.
Well, that's because women notice shit.
Yeah, I know. I said no. Honey.
He's on fire.
Honey,
Love it.
I won't let her come on a bikini, honey. Excuse me. That was disgusting. Dude, I'm like whacked. It's going to be rough waking up tomorrow. Thank God tomorrow's like my late day. Like I don't have to be until 8. Because for the Woodland days, I got to be in at 7. That hour makes a world of difference.
I get to wake up at 6:20 and fight my crotch demon, who's not a morning person, to go to the bus. So that's fun.
You love that name.
I do. She's a sasshole. She really is. But I love her.
You're supposed to.
But are you? I thought you were just supposed to like raise them, make sure they don't die or, blow shit up.
Make sure they don't grow up like you. Shit like
Yeah,
that.
exactly. Like, I look at my daughter and I'm like, do you see what I do? Yes. Do you see what I do? Don't do any of that. Like, ever in your life. Don't ever do it. Don't think about it. Don't breathe it. Like, you see mommy and you go, this is exactly what not to do.
Exactly. I always tell Jewel because you see Jewel's daughter come on sometimes and pop on and.
Oh, she's been dying too, and I keep telling her like, go to bed.
And I always say like someday the show's going to turn into like my nephew and Jewel's daughter. They're going to be doing a show someday. I just hope they're raunchier than me.
That might be a little hard to do, but I think it's possible because I think I might have you beat a little bit.
And they're going to say like he's going to say like, Uncle Jeff, what is the first lesson in webcasting or podcasting? I'm going to say, remember, always have a good lineup of pictures. Yes. Always distract the audience. When you feel alone coming on, distract the audience with.
Yeah, but see, you distracted us you attempted to distract us with the Britney picture, and that was honestly like the saddest ass I think I've ever seen. It actually looked sad.
It looks like a sad face.
It does.
Yeah.
It really does. Thank you. It looked like it was just frumpy and sad and like, yes. Hashtag crotch
Hashtag. Megan won. Oh, Megan. Baby.
Oh, absolutely. Hands down.
A little more of that. All right, so let's poll everybody that's watching. There's still plenty of us watching. We're gonna take a poll. And it's gonna be very simple. It's Megan Fox in this picture.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make this really unfair.
All right.
Or Brianna Dale in that picture. And all those 4 pictures. Wait, let me take your comment down so we can see the full effect. No offense. It's a great comment.
Yeah, I know.
But, yeah.
I'll let the audience give their answer first because I already know.
Wait a minute. I found there's a third picture. Megan.
There's a third.
Megan, Brianna, or Jeff Ann. Woo! Yeah, baby.
Jeff wins hands down.
So we have a Megan, we have a Brianna, and we have, I guess, another Megan because
yes,
there's a vote for
Brianna.
Brianna.
You know what? I would go for Brianna. Absolutely.
One Jeff,
Steve, I knew
Two
you were gonna
Jeffs.
go there.
3 Jeffs. Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably the worst lineup. 1 Jeff, 2 Jeff, 3 Jeff. Yeah, with your head back and just no thump thump.
It's tough being sexy. You guys out there, we know what it's like. Oh, you, Steve, Corbin, Earl, us sexy guys, man. We know what it's all about. Michelle's a Brianna also.
Yeah,
Yeah.
see, because
Okay.
we like that curves. Like, yep, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. The ladies like Brianna.
Yep. I mean,
I-
Megan Fox is definitely sexy, but like when you're comparing the two,
So we have tallied the votes, ladies and gentlemen, and the Yo Show winner for Miss Sexy, Jeffina, or Jeffan, or Jeffney, or whatever. Jeffney, it's better, yeah.
you'll look
Sexy.
great just like that with the bikini and a waxed ass.
Drunk as the waxed ass. They won't have all the dolls on the show. Yeah, no, they won't. No, only I do. That's what makes it sexy. You can look at my Funko Pops while I drew you from behind.
Oh my Lanta.
I lean you over to the Yo Show desk here.
Did
and you're
you just
like,
go to say the load show as you were talking about leaning someone over? Like, really? I caught that.
"Hello,
I caught that. Oh, you get bend over into the load show.
dude, you realize like
Yes, Corbin.
people have an agenda to get my ass waxed. Oh my
Yes.
god! Oh, the pain. God, God's gonna hurt
Yes.
so bad.
And I'll tell you what, Corbin will definitely be one of the people that will make sure that it gets done.
Kellyanne, so you're telling me that I look like maybe some of your neighbors? Is that what Atlanta
Yes.
Hooters looks like? Look at that sexy beast. I should stop showing
Love
that
it.
picture. I gotta stop showing that picture. You know why? Because
Well, that's the picture you got to sign for him.
I'm wearing my Loso Brewery T-shirt.
Oh, Lord.
The Low Show. No, it's actually the Load Show. Disgusting. Shh, Kelly's talking your way. Be quiet. Whatever anybody says goes away. Oh my God, what a night!
So, Kelly, you got to give us your
thanks.
opinion, even though we know Jeff won. Who would you pick, Megan or Brianna? I think
Whoa,
Kellyanne
whoa.
beats them all.
Okay. Well, let's go down the list again for Kellyanne, who missed the voting. We have Megan Fox.
In
Lovely.
that picture.
In that picture, well, any picture. We have a 4-way picture of Brianna Dale, looking terrific. Or we have, in case I don't want to sway your vote, but the contest leader, Jeffany. It's easy. Vote's easy.
Dun dun.
Brianna,
Yeah,
100%.
see?
And, well, she said Megan's playing. Megan is now plastic. But and you know what? And again, I don't want to be a dick. I'm not doing this to be like stupid. But if you look at Brianna, and I can't believe this because her boobs are fake, and you can't guess because they are so well proportioned to her body.
That's when you get a really good expensive surgeon.
Exactly, because like she's not like
But
skinny.
her face is so natural, and
Yes.
like you said, she's not really petite, but everything just works.
So I couldn't like she had said it, I think on the show, and I'm like, I honestly can't believe that. Oh yeah, the banana bread beer. You know what it is, Corbin? I'm telling you, get your hands on it. It's delicious. You know, don't need to get your hand. I will bring you some. We will hang. We're gonna have like a Yo Show guy night.
Wait, I'm one of the dudes, right?
No.
Yeah. What? Steve, you better defend me on that. And Kelly, yes, I agree.
Yeah, she's right. Exactly. Like Brianna's got a naturally pretty face. Like there's no fake garbage going on there. Uh-oh, I saw that eye roll. Is that like this guy won't let me get off the air? I seen it.
No, my crotch demon wants to be part of Yo 2.0. And
No,
she's not allowed to like witness this side of mommy. Not until she's old enough that I can whoop her ass.
I want to
See?
let her pop her face on. Tell her to give the finger to the audience. No, don't tell her to give the finger. That thing come out of my mouth. Child services?
Right? This asshole over here is having her kid do this. I don't know what you're talking about. That's all her.
Right? I know nothing. This is a great night. Another great evening. Yo 2.0.
Yes.
We do this every Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. Tuesday night, Jewel and I do the Yo Show. Kelly is pretty. Kelly is very pretty. Very pretty. I'm going to say probably the second prettiest face on this program. Of course,
I know, I'm number one.
Excuse me.
I beat you to it.
Excuse me. Because I do a slow lead in. Next week, we do Yosho 2.0 again. And as I said, Jeff Twaskin will be our guest co-host. And we have a great show. We're going to have, hold on, let me get the banner. I hate not having the banner ready. We have country music singer Chris Timbers on our program next Wednesday night. Jewel and I will be back Tuesday night. A lot of people are like, when's Angela coming back?
Yes.
Pretty much never.
I'm crushed. Listen, if I don't come back, neither does Kelly or Sam. Or any of my other badass, sexy friends that just make me look a little bit better.
I got bad news. I already have the KSJ show ready. The Kelly, Sam, and Jeff show already lined up. It's going to be great.
Listen, I'll tell you right now, they won't do it without me.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's facts. The facts of life.
Really, ladies? Like,
Yeah.
thanks, Earl. We'll bring Angela back. Angela will be back. This is already her second tour of duty. And one of the reasons I love 2.0, we're bringing in people that are new to it. And, I lined up people, and it's nothing personal to Angela. We have a great time when we do it, but I got to get other people to kind of pop on. And their audience has not been as great.
That's because I'm the shit.
See? My man, with or without Angela.
No, Steve, listen. Again, I know where you sleep at night. And not only that, it takes one text to be like, yo, Sam, handle my business.
All right, I got to get a hold of Brianna Dale and ask if she'll send an autograph calendar to my man, Steve. That's better.
And then Steve will be
better than
writing his own
goddamn
eulogy.
Oh, it's right. It's in the basement. It's right by the laundry room. And every time my wife walks by with like a basket of laundry, she always like, ugh. Like she just doesn't, not that she doesn't like it, but like, If
it kind of brings me back to elementary school when they said that like you were mean to the ones that.
Whoa.
No, it's because I'm on the Yo Show. Unless you want me to take this live over there so we can all watch you get your ass beat. I mean, I'm down with that.
Celebrity
And he knows that I get there quick. I can't say I come quick because that's not true.
I was gonna say I get there quick. So.
No, Steve doesn't get the calendar.
Wow, Earl, I will personally spit in another beer can just for you, my friend.
Ew.
It won't be autographed though. See, Steve's got to get a special beer can. His needs to be autographed.
Steve gets your picture too.
True, not just any picture, but
Sam's gonna wake up in the morning one day and it's gonna be right there taped on the wall, and she's gonna be like, "Oh, what the shit!"
I tell you what, if you and Sam decide to get it on, and this picture's hanging on your wall, I'd be pretty flattered. I appreciate that. Autograph.
It might work for Steve, but I think Sam would turn into like the Sahara Desert. Like,
Sam, that's not true. Come on, you could tell. It's all right. Steve knows you love him, but come on. Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Earl, tell him. Earl, tell him. $5 footlong. Yeah.
Oh
Woo!
man. Then you got to listen. Then you got to blow it up for him. You got to give him like a poster size.
Well, here's what I want, Steve. If you decide to hang it on the ceiling, I want you to reverse the role. I want you to be on bottom and Sammy on top, so Sammy's ass can look right at my picture while she's giving you the business. That's right. That's how I treat you people.
You people.
I love this. This really is great. Going to Walgreens.
Yes.
Oh, I like it. Yeah.
I will meet you there because I want a copy.
Jeff&E poster. I'll be autographing that shit at your local. What's that fucking bookstore called?
Barnes and Nobles.
Barnes and Noble. Yeah, I'll be autographing.
I was about to say on the borders. On the borders is Mexican place. Borders is closed.
Appearing this weekend, guys and gals, at your local Wawa, it's Jeff&E signing autograph photos from the Yo 2.0 show. Come on and meet the most obnoxious man in all of podcasting, webcasting, broadcasting.
Oh my God.
I know, right? I don't even know what that was. That was horrible.
I can't wait. My cheeks hurt.
Oh, Brianna's getting that. I got her address.
Yes.
I do have her address though.
Yes.
She needs
Listen,
it.
I will meet you there. Let me know what Walgreens and
Oh.
when, and we'll make, a couple posters, and then we'll make a bunch of flyers, and we'll go old school, and we'll post them on the light poles, and see how many people with
See?
Stephanie.
ATL ain't got no Wawa.
Yes.
Come back. Come live back in
She's like, hell
Langhorne.
no, you guys get tornadoes now.
Come live in Langhorne. I've got a spare bedroom. My wife may not accept it one bit, but I will welcome you.
But listen, he offered you the bedroom, not the basement, so that's
True.
already one up.
I offered the basement.
Brianna got the basement.
I offered the basement to Brianna. That didn't go over that well. Wawa's the shit, man.
It is.
Although,
Listen, I'm so depressed the Wawa behind my house closed. Now I gotta drive all far to get a Wawa.
like 5 minutes because there's a Wawa every 5 minutes. There's a Wawa.
Yeah, but no, like I literally had a Wawa in my backyard. It was amazing.
Yeah, man. How friggin' ugly is Pete Davidson? For the love
I told
of God.
you, he's like a retarded Gomez.
Should you really say retarded on this program?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh, he's horrible looking. He is. He's horrible.
He's Gomez's less fortunate twin brother.
Man, that's one ugly man.
Some of the chromosomes were eaten in utero.
All right, now that you had to look at Pete Davidson, I'll give you that back.
Well, thank you very much.
That's how I fix it. And then look, I'll give you one of those. That's Jewel for everybody who doesn't know.
I know, she's gorgeous.
She
Next
really
to whoever
is.
that is, I'm like,
Some turd. Doesn't even have a beard. Look at that knucklehead. Goatee. It's just 1976.
you look like you should be sitting there playing softball.
Hey.
There's no crying in baseball.
I was playing with my softballs. Look how wrinkly my shirt is, too. I didn't even realize that till now. Look at the shirt. It's all wrinkled.
It probably matched your balls.
Getting there.
Get in there.
But here's the only thing that nobody else has is one of those bad boys. Voted top 50 best podcast, radio, web, TV show in the world.
That's awesome.
That's some serious stuff right there. So that's what you get. You think you're tuning into any old program? This idiot?
We love you.
Jewel's smoking, but don't tell her I said that. No, your secret's safe here.
Yeah, your secret's safe here. Nobody will know ever.
I won't even tell her what she's watching tomorrow.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I love her. This is my girl. And you're my girl, Angela. This was great.
Oh.
Great time.
Thank you.
I'm like crying at laughter.
Oh, my cheeks hurt so bad. Like, I'm going to go into the bathroom and be like,
My cheeks hurt so bad, too, and I haven't even been waxed yet.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think that's from clenching in fear that it's going to happen.
Oh, my God. It's, seriously, like, that's the kind of shit that you people need to see. You ain't going to see Joe Rogan getting his ass waxed. You ain't going to see Howard Stern pole dancing. No, you won't.
Listen, I already told you I'd give you lessons on that one, too.
I'm down. I got no problem with that. I got no problem doing any of that. I got no problem showing up. Now, when I show up to the pool game on Tuesday night, if I come, I'll message you first. I don't want you all clapping when a celebrity walks in. It's
No,
embarrassing.
we're gonna walk in with your wig on and be ready to caress you. At least Steve will.
Yeah. Well, Steve might have an actual picture live with
See?
Stephanie. I can make it happen. That's what I'm talking about. But you can applaud. I don't blame you. Like when a major celebrity walks in, clap. I'm all about that.
Sam told me that you were
My
on
boy,
her
yeah.
celebrity list.
Wow.
But I think you might be on Steve's now too.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm into guy girl threesome. That's Sorry,
Well, I mean, isn't the rule as long as y'all don't touch?
Right, as long as the swords don't cross.
You know.
Oh,
Sam, I would never let that happen to you, baby girl.
stop.
Sorry.
See that? See
That's
that,
what she's
Steve?
going to be saying, too.
See that, Steve? Back off. I'm hers. Thank you, Sam. Back off, Steve.
Love it.
What a dynamite episode of Yo 2.0. Make sure you check us out every Wednesday night with or without Angela. But with me, I know you love coming in for Angela, and I appreciate you guys doing it. I really do. Because it was a lot of fun, and, we basically we're kind of off the cuff. There's no script. The There was a script that consisted of 2 topics and a couple questions to go on the base. The
I
rest
think
of
we
this
touched
shit,
like this much of one topic.
yeah, the rest of this shit just flies off our heads.
Yes.
It's gotta be 2. Well, that's why I'm getting waxed.
Well, yeah, I was about to say he's getting waxed. And listen, I've seen some hairy ass women, okay?
Yeah. Earl, I don't care how waxed I am, you're not touching it, but I love you and all, but.
He's saving that for Steve.
So, I want to present something real quick before we leave. I want to present the end of Sarah Chaffee's career, because when people tune in to see her and watch the rest of the show, they're like, what the hell was this nonsense? No, this is great. Good stuff.
I love it. You know what before you finish that?
Stop.
Yes. She was supposed to tonight. We were actually going to surprise you with that, but Sam didn't get ready in time. I love the fact that, like, you know how you can tell by, like, talking to somebody within the first, like, minute max, like, what type of personality they have?
Yeah.
I feel like she would be that person that I could, like, sit down at a bar with and have this with her. Like, she just seemed like that down to earth. And I was like, oh, I love it.
Who's that?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Who we were just talking about.
I missed it.
Oh, my Lanta. Old age definitely got you tonight, huh? Or it's your distraction with Steve. No, I'm talking about Sarah.
Oh, yeah, my God, yeah. That'd be freaking great. Yo, man! Don't make me fight. It wasn't you either. It's Sarah. Duh. Yeah.
Steve just distracted him, you know.
Don't be picking on
So does Sam. So does Sam. Sam, you
Now,
distracted.
next time Angela comes on, I want you guys to show up at my house. Knock on the door. Like, yeah, well, what's up, motherfucker? Yeah, it'd be even better. Imagine, like, Sammy and Steve show up at my house and come down to the basement and pop it on my screen.
I think Sam's officially afraid of your basement after tonight's show.
It's kind of, it's interesting down here.
Wonder how many people are tied up in the back. Yeah, I give them saltines.
Shut up back there. Don't make me come back there and beat your ass.
It puts the lotion on its skin.
No, it's very safe down here. There's a giant TV. There's Funko Pops, rather large stormtrooper, and just a couple whips, chains,
Yeah.
harmless. And your boyfriend's souvenir cup. Come on now. Come on. It's so innocent down here. It's all the love dolls.
Yes.
I do not touch these dolls. And they're not dolls, they're Funko Pops.
No, he just looks at them while he's, you know, preparing for the show. Yes.
Life-size poster. Chaffee. Love it. Jesus Christ. I'm like out of gas, dude. I'm like worn out. I
Oh,
almost threw up my mouth.
Ew.
Dude, I've had a lot of...
It's because you thought about a life-size version of Jeffany.
No, that made the desk move a little bit. Bam.
I thought I heard something.
Whew. There's still people tuning in. Like, more people keep clicking on. These people are freaking insane.
Well, it's because we're just that awesome.
I've had enough of me. And not me.
I don't think Steve has. I think Steve's still going strong over there for you.
I like it. Much appreciated, Steve. So you got to remember, like, Wednesday nights, when Angela's on, she advertised she's gonna be on. Get some chips, maybe a pizza, get yourself some weed, get yourself some shots and some beer, and just chill, man.
Yeah, because it's going to be a ride of your life. Literally and figuratively. What are you doing?
Bam!
I still, she's so.
Yeah, man. Steve, love it. Oh, you know what, though?
Don't
We
worry,
need-
Sam. I'll take you.
Sam, we need to make him jealous. I'm gonna
You're
I'm gonna cheat on the two of you with each other. It's gonna be freaking awesome.
gonna have an AM date and a PM date.
Yeah, but
Oh Lord.
Steve, only one person has that beer can, bud. You
Yep.
remember that too. Like even if you catch us, be like, yeah, you can have them tonight, bitch. But I got that beer can.
Yeah, right. I got something to go back to.
I'm fucking exhausted. What a night! I wore myself out.
I loved it.
We won.
I'm not gonna go to sleep till like 3 a.m.
I know, right? I'm like, stop. You want a picture? I got
Pictures where it never happened.
Earl, I got a picture for you. Bam! Jeffany. Stunning. No baby ass.
Yeah.
Look at
I was gonna
comment
say,
covers and yeah.
yes, I was so calling that out.
That's the best that pictures looked all night.
I agree. I agree.
Brittany, what'd you do to me? Upcoming
Oh,
on the
no.
Yo Show, besides Chris Timbers, we have some great guests. I'm going to run it past you real quick because I just feel like I'm never going off the air. I've kind of given up on even caring about it at this point.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah, sorry, guys. But coming up on our program next few weeks for people who love guests, the 29th, musician Saul Paul. Definitely very cool. Tuesday night, Yo Show, October 5th, the lovely sister act known as Wildfire. Cool. A couple country music young ladies, sisters. Great act. October 13th, a Wednesday night, Paul Scardino. He holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the most Funko Pops. And he's going to come on here and talk about his Funko Pop collection. That's the 13th.
Nice.
October 20th, I'm so stoked for this. This might have to be an Angela night, October 20th. We are joined by the incredible lead singer of the band Edge of Paradise, Margarita Monet.
Guys,
frigging-
tell them that the 20th I'm in. That's me.
I love
All
her. She is so cool. The band is so cool. I'm just like, I love it.
Listen,
and-
I'm putting it in my calendar. I've already claimed it.
Now, Halloween, of course, we do a Halloween show every year. Might do two this year because Jewel, of course, loves Halloween. But for October 27th, another Wednesday night, Yo 2.0, a girl that's in like 4 horror movies right now, like B-style horror movies, which are like the best horror movies. Her name is Lydia Manson. Friggin' super cool. She's going to be on the show Halloween month. I'm pretty sure she's going to get like all Halloween up first, so I'm very excited.
Oh, that's
about that.
awesome. As you can
So,
tell, I'm a huge Halloween fan.
Earl, don't forget to mark on your calendar October 20th, Margarita Monet, Edge of Paradise. Dude, I'm like, oh, you got to send me pictures of some of her art. She's such a babe, man. She's super cool. So we got a lot lined up. Like I said, Tuesday nights, Wednesday nights. Make sure you tune in and join us. Angela, thank you again for just kicking ass tonight. And thank you to Sammy and Steve and who was the other?
Kelly.
Girl? Kelly, the whole audience.
But
is
I was
leaving.
about to say, like, really? How did
There's been a long the
that's
whole
like
audience.
saying you
is
didn't
leaving.
want her in a bikini? I'm just saying you were right there with that.
Yeah. The whole world is going to be leaving us for the Kelly show. I don't know when it starts, but I'm telling you, that's a program that everybody's going to be watching.
Thank you.
You did rock. Angela does kick ass. Did a great job tonight. Thank you again. And here comes the rain just in time.
I told you, every time we're on, we got some crazy ass weather phenomenon going on.
Maybe I should wait till like November, December to have you back. We'll get like a nice blizzard.
Get snowed in together, and all we have to do is talk to each other and all of our Yo Show
Yeah.
fans. I'm down.
I love that. Oh God! Like
So we got to do one in the middle of a blizzard. Thank you. And the first one who cracks, like loses control, has to go outside and make a snow angel as close to naked as we can for,
dude, if we have like a snowstorm and we're Yo showing, somehow I'm dragging some kind of
Cheers.
camera outside, and
Oh, and your secret's safe with us.
we're not going to tell her. Kelly, look away for a second. Okay, Earl, you're safe. Thank you, everybody that tuned in. Roy, this is great. I know I keep prolonging it, but I got to get the hell out of here. We got to get the hell out of here. You people got to get to bed. Sam and Steve got to beat the shit out of each other. It's like, oh, I heard you say this. Well, you said this. Look, you son of a bitch. And
I'll give you the updates tomorrow because I'm going to get all the updates as it's happening.
those two are going to beat the shit out of each other.
I love it.
Compliments of Yo 2.0. All right, let's get out of here. Music, of course, by St. Ricketts at www.saintricketts.com. Tonight, our closing song is The Catalyst. Usually on Tuesday nights, we play What Fire Cannot Burn. And I got to tell you, Angela, they have brand new music being cut in the studio as we speak, being put together. And
Nice.
it's great. These guys are really freaking cool. If you guys check out the replay, John, Eric, Tom, Kenny, Anthony. I think I got them all. Thanks, guys, as always, for the music. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. Kelly, Sammy, you know the drill.
Steve, come on now.
Steve, you definitely know the drill. Earl, no, I don't need no Slim Jim. Let's get the hell out of here. For Angela Marie, Jeff the Shark Prune, my brother shows up at the very end. Don and Burley talking sports. Well, if you would have came on 4 hours ago,
Yeah, right?
he texted me all night during the show. He checks it out more and more though. He realizes his brother's an absolute moron, and he loves it.
And then you have people like me come on, so.
I miss. Oh, she's Italian. Oh, just.
Yes!
And my wife's half Italian. I'm a little scared.
Oh, we're feisty.
She don't waste time stabbing. She punches. That brute force is just much better than a knife any day.
Sam can tell you that's what I do too.
Sammy from one Italian to another, just punch him. Right in the Slim Jim.
Yes.
Seriously, this is it. We're getting out of here. I'm playing music. I'm gonna play the Catalyst with St. Rick. It's got like lost my voice and everything. Tomorrow's gonna be a long fucking day.
Oh, I can't wait to hear it. I can't wait to hear about it.
I'm afraid to look. If there's 1,000 views, I'm moving out of the country.
Listen, if there's 1,000 views, me, Sam, Kelly, and Tracy, we're all gonna duct tape your ass down and then rip it all off.
Wait, Kelly's in on this too?
Yep.
We need 1,000 views right away. Tell all your freaking friends. Catalyst, St. Ricketts, have a great night. Angela, thank you again. And thank you to Sarah Chaffee. Don't forget www.cellobat.com, Instagram, Cellobat, Facebook, Sarah Chaffee. Check her out. And check out, of course, the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium House Band. Good night. Say good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night. Got to change the mic. Should be better. I hope.
Sounds good to me.
5K, we both go bald, if you know what I mean.
Oh, Lord.
Give me some St. Ricketts, goddammit!
Introduce yourself. You're doing a fire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire.
I hate you, Sam.
You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. I have found the
Send nudes! Send nudes!
and I have found the catalyst in you. Understand yourself. This is not a test. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. Do you wait for love? Put your acquiesce. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. I have found the catalyst, and I have found the catalyst in your chemical reaction incinerates the gravity. I found the catalyst in you. Yes, there will will be days when the sky is gray, but I will remain. Introduce yourself.